All right. I got everybody unmuted this time.
All right, yeah.
Are you sure?
Y'all unmuted. I should be good. Where's my mic? Oh, my mic's good. Okay, so I'm
Everybody.
already. Yep.
Hope y'all are having
Evening,
a good day.
everybody. Welcome to the Gaming Tab Podcast. So, as you all can see, I've got the Roger Inyart, our
Out the way.
local psychopath,
For me.
What's up?
and Paul the Politoed Dojo. I feel like
Yep.
I'm announcing a wrestling match. I'll pick the right names, I guess. So,
Good thing. Those are
not a
all
lot.
acting.
Yeah, not a lot tonight. We more or less are just gonna kind of talk about some hot takes. Paul saw the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, so he's gonna share a little bit of his thoughts.
Yeah, so no
No
spoilers.
spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers. I have a few things I want to reveal near the end, and then we'll just kind of talk about what we're gaming or moving on to or whatnot. So, welcome everybody. We see Crazy Scott, Charlie Smith, AJ Rex, Too Many. I'm checking. I feel like I forgot somebody.
I see Brandon over here in my chat.
If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But awesome. Also, happy Memorial Day, guys. And I actually do want to kind of take a couple minutes and just kind of silence for soldiers we've lost in the United States. And I know some of you all may not be from here, but in the United States, it is Memorial Day, and it is a day that we usually recognize for our fallen soldiers. So
our veterans.
Yep. Let's take a minute here. Okay, so let's get started, I guess. If there is anyone watching who has served in the military, I just want to thank you all for your service and your sacrifice too. So, also, let's get to hot takes. I personally don't have a whole lot on hot takes. I pretty much said what I've said. I know a lot of people don't agree, but you know, Switch 2 is not as bad as everyone gives it crap for, and my PlayStation still is not getting a lot of time, though that might be changing soon. So, Paul, I know you're biting at the bit here. Go ahead.
Not exactly. I've gotten a lot of scrutiny for this but from people who haven't even played the other half of these games, it's just, which I find a little ridiculous that anyone can give me scrutiny when they haven't played the games. But I'll try to go into this. Will include spoilers for an older game because it's been out for years now. It's on the GBA, and the DS, but like it's old. I'm not going to worry about spoilers for this because it's been out for so long. If you haven't played it, I recommend it, but like this will have spoilers for some of the games that I'm going to mention here. If you don't want spoilers at all for these games and you haven't played it, which is Mystery Dungeon and a lot of the Zelda games.
I know this hot take.
Yes. And I'm going to go way in depth this time about it.
Yeah. I don't know what it could be about.
So I believe, and a lot of this, I feel like is because Game Freak did not write Mystery Dungeon, the original. I didn't look up for Explorers games on the Mystery Dungeon series, but I know the first one they did not write the game, so that makes a lot of sense for me in this case. So because I know Game Freak doesn't write the best stories for me, but I do like their games. But the original Mystery Dungeon Blue and Red Rescue Team, I think, has better stories than either, if not all, at least most Zelda games. I think that, and I have some.
He's out. He's so out.
Because, like, well, I have a lot of stuff I was trying to write down for this beforehand, but couldn't get it all down. There's a lot of reasons. But, like, I do know that these games, the Mystery Dungeon games, are primarily made around the story, not gameplay, not anything else. It is mainly story. They are built around that. They are not built around the gameplay mechanics, really, because there's not really much of them. In the game, it's mainly just story. It's like reading a book almost. And like I feel like that's very important to know, because most, not all, but most Zelda games are made around the gameplay more than the actual story. However, they do have a lot of lore. Yeah, they have a lot of lore in them, but lore, it's important to note that lore is different than story. And
Okay, so
Zelda games, I think, have better lore, but not a better story. And that's important to note when I'm talking about this. I'm not talking about lore. I'm talking about the actual story in an individual game. And if you need the description for that, I did pull it up. Yes, I did pull up the description here for each of those if we need it. But I will read it just in case. Story is the active narrative happening at the moment in the game. That is the story. The lore is background referencing other things like history and mythology, not necessarily the actual story going on at the moment in the time. And a lot of Zelda, like, big fans, which I'm one of them, but like I don't play them necessarily for the story. I play them, except for certain ones, but I play them for the gameplay, the puzzles, and everything else like that, and also lore, but not the actual story for most of them. There's select few Zelda games I do play for the story. They get close to, for me, for Mystery Dungeon. They get close, but like there's a lot of them don't. And so I feel that like Zelda definitely has better lore. It has, and it's built that over time. It weaves through the games and has like lore to other games and certain other games. Like they connect through lore, but not necessarily. Most of them don't. Most of them do not connect through story. And that's kind of what I'm getting at is. The story in Mystery Dungeon is better because it focuses on what's happening in the game, because it's the first game in the series, so it's kind of got to. And it takes place outside of human and Pokemon world, and just a world where there is just Pokemon, but you can actually understand all the characters. It spends time more with the characters than Zelda does with their characters in an individual game, so you can know them better in Mystery Dungeon. There's a crap ton of dialogue in Mystery Dungeon that is all are mostly connected to the story in that game. There is not a lot of lore fluff in those games. It's all about the story they are telling. And I do think that like the ending of Mystery Dungeon, where it builds up to that slowly through the game, of just like you arrive somehow, you don't really remember at the start of the game how you got into this world where there's only Pokemon, but you meet your partner Pokemon. It's like your buddy and like rescuing other Pokemon throughout the game, and then there's a whole story, and we'll get into real quick. But like when you wake up on the beach in the world of Pokemon, you've transformed yourself or somehow into a Pokemon, and another Pokemon finds you. That is your partner Pokemon that you get. You fill out a quiz at the beginning of the game to decide what your Pokemon that you'll transform into is, and your partner Pokemon. You just choose, but whichever one you like, you'll probably choose. Sorry about the barking of the dogs, guys. And then when you wake up, your partner brings you to like a house. Eventually, you get to build your own house in the post game that's based on the Pokemon. Yeah, or no, it's in the story. Yeah, but it mainly comes into play later in the post game. But you meet you have this like village of Pokemon that are just hanging. They have other rescue teams that are kind of doing their jobs around town. But then there's this Gengar that is a Pokemon that is trying to you kind of steal his thunder at the beginning of the game, so he's trying to like blame you and get rid of you and make you go away because he doesn't like you or whatever. And there's reasonings behind that because you kind of steal his thunder and stuff, but like, and he just doesn't like that. He gets jealous, I guess. And then, but that's only the first like half of the game. Is there's Zatu, which if anyone knows who that Pokemon, it's like this bird Pokemon, but in the game he can like see a ways into the future, and so but he can't totally tell the future right away. All he knows when you get to that point in the game is that you are somehow part of what's going to be the end of the world. And everyone thinks, and then Gengar overhears this and he's like, okay, I'm going to blame this all on him. I'm going to make everyone think it's you and your partner Pokemon that is basically just going to end the world somehow. We don't know, but everyone starts panicking, all the other Pokemon in the village, and they eventually chase you all around this huge map that they have built out. And this chase is the second, like, I guess what would you call it, point in the game, or second, like the second third of the game of the story. I mean, there's a post game that's huge, but I'm not counting that because that's just after the story ends. And then during this chase, you're spending a lot of time in this chase because you go do different like dungeon crawling areas, and there's a lot of dialogue between each area. That really, I don't want to spoil all of it, but like you get to know your partner a lot, and you become really close with them. But towards the end of the chase, you start seeing visions of Gardevoir, who's going to tell you, one day, soon, you're going to have to leave and go back to, the world of humans, and you got to tell your partner, or he's going to be very upset. But your character chooses not to, because he's too scared that he's going to drive his partner away and be left alone and stuff. So like by the end of the game, or towards the end of the game, when you get through the chase scenes and all that stuff of people chasing you throughout the world and hunting you because they want to get rid of you. I don't think they ever say kill, but they kind of hint at it, like they're going to try to get rid of you. Is I think how they put it in the game. And towards the end of the chase, they eventually this Ninetales character, who's also like a fortune-esque teller of a character, said, I think it references like she can predict like fates and things or something like that. I can't remember the exact dialogue with Ninetales because it's been so long since I've gotten that far. But like I do know that she basically says, no, he is not the cause of this. I have heard from this other Pokemon. You need to go to Rayquaza, who can stop, sorry, I skipped a part. So he tells you, go back to Zatu. Zatu eventually comes and says, oh, I've seen more into the future. There is a meteor coming, and it is going to demolish this planet. You need to get to somehow to find a Pokemon, like, and I think they may reference Rayquaza, that you need to find him and have him destroy this meteor, or we're all going to die. So you have to get them to teleport you up into this cloud. What's the area called? It's like the Sky Tower or something, and it's made of clouds. It's kind of like if you ever played Tears of the Kingdom, which I assume most people here have. It's like the Wind Temple area with the big tunnel storm of like where it's like a big cylinder cloud. It's kind of like, it looks like that. And at the top is Rayquaza. You have to battle him because he's mad that you're in his territory. And then once you convince him by saying, look up, there's a meteor like coming down at us. He does look eventually up and destroys it. But like at the end afterwards, you start fading away. Like you're just fading away back to the world of man, and your partner has no idea what's going on. So you have to explain it to him right there that I have to go. I'm so sorry I didn't tell you this before. And it's heartbreaking because like the dialogue, by that point you spend more than, at least when I first played it, I spent more than like, definitely more than 15 hours with that character. And it's heartbreaking. And I do relate to this story a lot because around the time I first, or maybe it was my second time playing through this game, I lost a very good friend of mine. And he did not, no one told me that he was having drug problems, but And I was so distraught from this. It was my first friend I ever met. And this made the game hit even harder for me. And the first time I played this, I cried. This second time, I bawled. Like, it was hard for me to play through the ending of this game the second time. So that does make it hit even harder for me. But even without that, it's a heartbreaking scene for me. And it's very, very sad. Because he thinks you're leaving him forever. And it's just like, and there's a whole like cutscene of you like trying to beg the gods for like, just please send me back. I want to stay with my friend. It's very hard. And I'm even getting emotional now just talking about it. It's very hard to watch that cutscene. And it makes me think of my friend because I loved him so much. But yeah.
You need a second?
No, I'm good. But yeah, it's a hard game for me to play through now. I really enjoyed his friendship. But yeah, I really enjoyed that game. And I've never cried in a Zelda game before. This one got me very much. Very much. But I do think it's a very touching story, which I don't think it needs. Well, I take that back. There is a couple Zelda games that maybe got me almost to cry. One of which is Twilight Princess with Midna at the end, which almost got me. That didn't quite get me. And then there's, I think, Majora's Mask is another one that comes close as well. But the Mystery Dungeon games are so touching. Just having a friend there by your side the whole time. But yeah, I have a few other notes here I want to get to. Oh, that's the second page. Where's my first page? Let's see. Where is it? So in Zelda, I've noticed that you don't spend as much time with, in a lot of the Zelda games, you don't spend as much time with like Zelda in a lot of them. It's like you talk to her in a few scenes throughout the game that makes you feel like you're with her for longer than you are. So for me, most Zelda games, not all of them, are not quite S tier stories. They're more for me like, they're good stories. They're just not like great, like top tier S tier stories. But there are a few that are. I will give them that. But I think this one's like Mystery Dungeon, the first one for me, is one of my favorite stories told in gaming. I put it S tier storytelling with that one. It is very, very, very emotional and good. And I feel like that's probably because Game Freak didn't write it. Because like most of their stories are pretty basic when they write them, and it's like very much for kids. How would I say this? For kids in terms of their understanding of storytelling, whereas Mystery Dungeon games, the story comes first, period. And that's why I'm saying, like, if people don't like the stories in Pokemon, the main ones, I reckon, and you like playing games for story, play Mystery Dungeon. I guarantee you probably won't regret it if you like just story-heavy games. Those ones are very good in storytelling. It's just, like, I just don't like hearing people say, like, oh, Pokemon stories suck. And, like, recently. So they must all suck. And it's like, I hate hearing that because like there's some old Pokemon side series like this one that are very good with storytelling, and it makes me cringe a little bit hearing like, oh, these new recent Pokemon stories aren't that great. So that must be all of Pokemon, and that can't be farther from the truth. And most people that say that haven't played these games, which frustrates me to hear that because I've had people laugh at me saying like, oh, you can't, you must be like not good at judging story if you're telling me Pokemon stories are good. And I'm like, well, have you played these games? I'm like, no, I shouldn't have to. They're Pokemon. Like, and I've heard that from so many people. And I hate that take so much. Because it's like, if you haven't played the games, don't judge them. And I've heard that from like friends in high school, friends in like that were doing college at the time. And I'm just like, oh God, this is such crap coming out of these guys' mouths. But yeah, I want to note that I do think Zelda has better lore. It's just not, these are better story, not necessarily lore. They do have a little bit of lore here from other Pokemon, like related to Pokemon creatures, but not necessarily the other games. They are completely separate from any other Pokemon game. There's Blue Rescue Team, Red Rescue Team, and the blue one's on DS. The red is on GBA. I think that's also on NSO. And then they have the remake of them, or I guess remake remastered. I don't remember what they categorized it as, but that's on Switch, and it's called Rescue Team DX, Pokemon Rescue Team DX, with basically updated graphics and, well, the same story because the stories didn't need to be updated. It's already very good. But yeah, it's a very touching story for me. I really really enjoy this story. I know a lot of people when they talk about story with these games, they think of the Explorers games. I actually thought the originals were better in terms of story. Now I do think that the Explorers games have some great like comedic moments that are probably more comedic than anything in the Blue and Red Rescue Team games, as well as the remake of them. I think they have more comedic moments, so it's more like cheerful and stuff at the beginning of the games than any of the Rescue Team Blue or Red have. But like, man, that ending got me with the Blue and Red Rescue Team and the remake as well. Those games are so great in terms of the story. And I just wanted to get that out there because I've had so many people when I recently tell them, "Oh, if you like good stories, you should play these games." Like, nah, they're Pokemon. They can't be that good, and they just don't play them. And I just can't recommend these games enough if you like a lot of story. I've been telling a few people, for example, Gamebird on the Timber Podcast, I really want him to try these games because I think he would like them. But I really think he should play them. Or anyone who hasn't played these games, go out and try them at least for like the main story. It takes a while because these games are kind of long, but you don't really need to play the post game. That's just like extra dungeons and stuff that are even longer than anything in the story. And they have like slight bit story, but they're not related to the overarching like story of the main game. That's all the main game is. It's just a big overarching story that has a beginning, middle, end, and then you got like the post game, which is just extra content if you want to play it. And I like that structure because it doesn't like you don't have to play a game that feels like it didn't quite end at all. Like it's just constantly continuing. And I like when there's a beginning, middle, end to a story. It's very much how I like my stories told. I don't like them unless there's like a direct sequel already like coming or announced, or we know there's like a sequel coming. That's when I don't mind them maybe hinting at stuff and not quite ending it right where it is if we know there's a sequel coming. In that case, yeah, you can do that and have a sequel. But like, I like knowing if the story's not going to end in a good place and be a solid ending. If it's not going to have that, have a sequel ready or like coming and announced. Like, that's how I look at stories because I want a beginning, middle, and end, and I want to know what I'm getting into. You know, I like that. I think that game does it very well. Yeah. And I also think I love how in depth they get with all the characters and like how they all have their own jobs in the village and stuff. So it's like you feel like they're living there. And I also like how for these games in particular, I like this. I would not want this in a regular Pokemon game, but you cannot evolve your Pokemon till post game. At least the Pokemon you're playing as and your partner, they can't evolve until post game. So that way you get even more invested in who they are at the time, which is really good for storytelling purposes. And I really like that. It really makes you just get invested in who they are, and they have their own motivations. They like your partner comes to the beach at the beginning asking, "Hey, I really am wanting to do a rescue team, but I'm too nervous and scared to start it by myself. Please, will you help me?" And this is after you get introduced to them and after a little bit. But like you would agree to help them, and that starts off your adventures. But like it becomes so touching to me that you have a friend that sticks by your side this whole time and is always by your side, backing you up, even when everyone else is saying, "Oh, this guy's full of shit. We should get rid of him." And he sticks by you, and that makes you miss him even more when you're leaving. Leaving. Everyone thinks you're leaving at the end, but you get to choose to come back. So. Yeah, it's a very, very hard for me to play that game without getting emotional, but it is a very emotional game. I really like it. It's a very good story. And there's very few games that get me emotional as that one. I really like it. And I'll let you guys talk now if you have any, things you want to say about it. But it's a very good game.
You're muted, Tabby.
Yeah. Am I echoing? Let me see here. I don't think I shouldn't be. Is it because? Hold on. Let me see if I can turn my volume down a bit. Maybe that'll help. Is that better?
No, it's a program I'm using. For some reason, it's putting Discord through it too, as well as my mic. It's not supposed to do that.
That's weird. I didn't know it does that.
So I gotta play with it.
Yeah.
Let
me know if that's any better, guys.
Let's see if I can fix it here.
My mic all the way up. But yeah,
I don't really have any hot takes myself.
Yeah, that's probably my biggest hot take for like Zelda fans out there that disagree with me with that. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Zelda fan. I think that game is like the Mystery Dungeon games are wildly underrated, and because not enough people played them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to roast you when you're up there with crocodile tears.
It's hard. That game was very.
It really is.
For both times I played it all the way through. Like it wasn't back to back, but like they got me so hard with that game. It was so hard to play the second time through, or finish it, I should say. So hard.
If you're hearing it on Tabby's stream, it's probably Tabby, not.
Oh, okay.
It's on my stream. It's nothing y'all are doing. It's
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, all of the echoings. Unfortunately, from mine, I got to figure out why it's doing that.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be, but it is. And I haven't figured out how to turn that part off.
Yeah, I have talked to a couple of my writer friends who basically because when I got laughed at about it, I'm like, am I wrong? I was asking them, am I wrong about this? Am I missing something about these two, Mystery Dungeon and Zelda? And they're like, no, you're right on about that, because they played all the Zelda games and all the Mystery Dungeon games, and they were like, no, you're right on. Those games have a great story. And so I'm like, okay, so I guess I'm not crazy. I hope not.
I would never say I'm not crazy. Because I know I am.
Yeah, your nickname's Psychopath on Discord. Of course you're a little crazy. You're definitely crazy on my Tamagotchi island.
Pokefan, welcome in.
Yes. Welcome, everybody. Yeah. But yeah, those games are very good. All Zelda and Pokemon are very good for me. Mystery Dungeon and Zelda are just great. But
I like a good game with the story.
Yeah, if you don't like regular games, those games are Mystery Dungeon games are just dungeon crawlers with Pokemon characters and a great story. That's what they are. It's drastically different than regular Pokemon. So I would recommend them. They're very good stories. All of them. I just like the first one's the best. Oh man, they're great.
Do not ask me why, but for some reason my mic stuff's all messed up.
Oh really? Dang. That sucks.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Hey Chris, how's it going? Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome.
Their volume is better and no echo.
Oh, good. I turned down my mic audio a little bit to fix the Discord just in case. So,
I mean, y'all can see what I'm doing on screen. So.
Oh, really?
That's why probably going forward we'll start using a different program than Discord for the podcast too, because it's causing some issues.
Yeah.
Don't have any problems.
Now they're quiet. It's as loud as I can make it. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I might have been spiking on my mic earlier. Might have.
I am probably always going to disagree when it comes to Pokemon versus Zelda as far as storylines goes, whether I've played it, not played it. I'm never going to agree that Pokemon will ever outdo a Zelda storyline.
But have you played Mystery Dungeon?
I agree.
I have played one of them, yeah.
Which one?
To me, it does nothing for me, the first one.
Oh, the first one? Okay. It got me. Have you played it all the way through?
See, I'm not a Pokemon hater though.
I'm curious,
That's
have
where
you
you're
played it all
messing
the way
up.
through though? Have you played it all
I
the
did
way
not
through?
play it all the way through. It
Okay,
bored me.
yeah. Towards the end is where it gets more
Yeah,
emotional for me.
yeah.
And you gotta play it all the
I'm
way through, man. Like just to get the effect of it, it's gotta play it all the way through. This, at least the story.
I have played almost every Pokemon game out there to the end. So
Yeah,
for me, it's not as a story catching game.
yeah.
Um,
It's a
Zelda is
lot.
going to always be one of the top games.
Yeah.
Free is muted. Did he mute himself? I did not mute him.
I will say this: Zelda. It helps when you play all the previous games to a new Zelda because it has a lot of lore implications most of the time in the
Be right
newer
back.
Zeldas to older Zeldas. And I'm not talking about that. I am talking about the story in the actual game, what's going on in that game, minus all lore. You got to take like all the other games out of it. You got to put one Zelda game by itself, the story in that game. Take out the gameplay mechanics. Take out the lore, and just put the story in it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm just,
Yeah, it's hard.
and I don't know why it's acting up like it is, guys. I apologize.
Yeah,
It is being weird tonight,
it's
and it has been too long of a day to turn around and figure out what's going on.
I feel Zelda games
Now
are
that better?
based more around mechanics and dungeons and stuff like that, and puzzles and stuff, and
Better. Okay.
that's usually what they're based primarily on. It's not really the story they're mainly focusing on. It's mechanics, it's dungeon design, it's stuff like that they mainly focus on primarily.
And just before anyone comes after us for harassing him a little bit with the sounds, he kind of knew something was coming when he
Yeah,
started.
I knew.
We
A lot
warned
of
him.
Zelda super fans, and I'm a Zelda super fan. I just think
Yeah.
my three tied for first favorite franchises are Zelda, Pokemon, and Metroid. They're my three favorite franchises for all different reasons. I like most of the time I would say Zelda has better than other than Mystery Dungeon. I say Zelda has better stories other than Mystery Dungeon. Outside of that, I love Zelda dungeons. They're my favorite like game dungeons of any series ever. Metroid I just like because I can some of those I can just play and beat like in a weekend and it's fine. I like doing that. And I like seeing how fast I can beat them. They give you your time at the end. They're just fun, quick games. And I love that about them, especially Zero Mission. But Pokemon, I just have a lot of hours in, and I like a lot of the mechanics in those games as well. And then I play Mystery Dungeon for the story. But yeah, they're my three favorite franchises. So no one come at me being like, "Oh, you must hate Zelda compared to Pokemon." No. They're equal, just for different reasons. So no one better come after me saying like, "You must hate Zelda." I'm like, no, opposite. I love Zelda. I like certain games that have really good story, and Mission Engine's one of them. Especially if you play, but you got to play it all the way through to get the effect of what I'm talking about. You got to play it all the way through. Not necessarily the post game, but the main story. You got to play it all the way through to get the whole effect. Otherwise, it doesn't work. I learned that the first
That's
time
true.
I played through. You got to finish the story to get the effect that I'm talking about, because otherwise it's just it's an incomplete story. I get the gameplay can be rough. The gameplay is rough sometimes because it can get kind of boring, or you run into a monster house and it ruins your run of a dungeon. And you have to start all over. That's frustrating. I get that, and I don't even play those games for that stuff. I play them for the story. Period. I do not play them for the. I actually don't. I don't want to say I don't enjoy the gameplay, but it's not my favorite kind of game. So if it was anything other than Pokemon and it didn't have that story, I probably wouldn't play. That's what I think about the gameplay, because like it's just not my kind of game. But I love the story if I played it all the way through. So I will say that much about it. Zelda is far better gameplay. Far better. It's really good.
Far better.
Yeah.
Also has a better story.
It's just when the story is like really good mission. If you play it all the way through, you got to play it all the way through to get the effect I'm talking about.
So yeah, guys, this is why our podcast works. We all have our own thing that we bring to it. We're not always going to agree.
Nope.
That is fine.
It's fine.
Paul knows I disagree with him wholeheartedly on Zelda not having a good storyline as Mystery Dungeon. We've
Well,
had
you
this
haven't played all the way
conversation
through, so
behind scenes.
if you don't play all the way through, you're getting either none of it or all of the story. That's my point. You
It
gotta
will
play it
still
all the way through.
always have a lesser storyline.
Yes, but you're talking about because you're biased. Yeah, you're biased, which is
Oh
fine.
yeah,
Which is
I will
fine.
100% admit that I'm biased.
I am good at taking my bias out of things when
Yeah.
it comes to video games. Maybe not movies,
But the truth
video
is,
games.
you admitted it yourself. You connect with this game on a different level, which makes you biased.
Well, I was playing Majora's Mask around the same time. I didn't get the same effect, and that's one of my favorite stories of Zelda is Majora's Mask. I did not cry.
Yeah, but Majora's Mask doesn't have that
It has
that one thing that you were needing at that time of losing your friend. So that makes a difference.
Lose the fairy that you were with the whole time, and like
you lose her at the beginning, though. Same with Epona. That's
well, no, I'm not talking about.
See you later.
I'm talking about the fairy that follows you the whole game.
Well, yeah, at the end, but I ignore the fairies half the time anyways. They always were a little obnoxious.
Yeah, but like I'm just saying, like that's one reason I think it's usually either a fairy, like Midnight even. I didn't cry about that either, and I was also playing that at the time. I play a lot of Zelda, the older Zeldas. I play over and over like every year or two. Like it's a thing I do, and especially
I was just reading Chris's comment of Roger sitting over there like his kids are arguing.
Yeah, I just think like this game has far more story.
Just letting you go.
When it comes to like a story, it has more, I would say, dialogue than a lot of Zeldas in terms of like just the story for the story. I'm not just talking about Link. I'm talking about every NPC in most of the older Zelda games.
Link don't talk.
Like this has more story dialogue than most Zelda games. It's a lot of dialogue for the story. I'm not talking about random NPCs that have nothing to do with the story. I'm not counting them because they're just random NPCs. They don't really.
That would be most games, though. I mean, that's nothing.
Yeah,
I don't play Zelda because of the dialogue.
Wait, what? You don't read the dialogue?
I don't play it for the dialogue.
But that's the story. That's what the story is written into. Oh. How can you say Zelda has a better story if you're not reading the dialogue?
I read the dialogue. I don't play it for the dialogue.
But that's the story. That's what we're talking about. The story is in the words. That's what. If you're playing for the
your cousins when they were real young.
I'm not playing
they
for
used
the.
to go over to the house and play games.
Which gameplay is better. We're talking about which story is better, and that's where the story is. It's in the dialogue.
Well, now I know how to make you flip your lid.
You're kind of proving my point now. You gotta keep your.
My cousin used to come over all the time when they were little.
The story is in the dialogue, and if you're not playing for the dialogue, you're not playing for the story. You're kind of proving my point.
You know, you've interrupted him 3 times of trying to talk.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, you're talking to Roger or me?
I'm gonna mute you. Yes, Roger. He's trying to talk.
Okay.
No, I was saying that when my cousins were younger, you know, they were playing games like Zelda and stuff like that. And I always told them, don't forget to read the dialogue because that's important. That teaches you, you know, first of all, how to play the game or what's going on.
Yeah.
It's all the time. I had one of them. Never wanted to read. He would just skip everything. And he'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I hate that so much. I hate when people do that.
These were young kids. But I just laughing. Oh, well, tough crap for you. I told you to read. You can read. You can read the story, the instructions on what you're supposed to go, where you're supposed to go.
The story plays out.
So I guess you can start over.
Oh my gosh.
And read it this time.
Yes. The games are like, you got to read the dialogue and play with the dialogue. That is the story of the games.
Depends on the game too.
Mainly in the dialogue. Like it's like 90% dialogue.
I mean, like most Mario games, there's like you don't really have to read dialogue to play that.
Nah, because they're not really story games.
You don't really have to read the dialogue for Pokemon either, honestly, because I've played the majority of them with just skipping.
Yeah, that's what I said. The main games don't have story. Really, not that much.
So,
but the Mystery Dungeon games have a lot of dialogue.
I mean, when the game is pretty much the same story over and over with everything, you don't have to sit there and read every word that's said. You can skip through it and get through it just fine.
I
And I
disagree
do.
with Zelda stuff with that because, like, yes, they have the same villain a lot of the time, but there's different stories they tell with that villain being Ganondorf.
I've beaten all of them without reading every word.
Oh, that's not good. You want to read the dialogue?
No, it's great.
Yeah.
You still get the story. You just don't have to
You
read
don't
every
get as
word.
much of the story. You get the gist of the story without reading the dialogue.
Zelda's hack and slash. That's all you need.
Yeah, but that's not story. That's the gameplay.
Yeah,
That's the
Warriors
gameplay.
games, you don't need no story. I mean,
Well, Warriors games.
still, I did.
Yeah.
I still followed the story.
I mean, I
Yeah.
love knowing the story, and I do on a first playthrough, but after that, it's like,
Because, like, you're trying to prove my point when you don't say you're not reading the dialogue, you're playing for the dialogue. That is the story of Zelda.
tell me
is
how
in
I
the
proved your
dialogue.
point.
Well,
I've read every Zelda manga that's out there.
I have them. Where are they? Over there.
That's what I'm saying. Why do I need them for the games?
They're a little different than the manga.
Not much.
Not much, but there's differences. Anyways, what I'm saying is, if you're not playing the games and reading the dialogue, you're not experiencing the story. You're experiencing the gameplay, but you're not experiencing the whole story.
See, but what you're saying is, okay, you watched the movie, but you didn't read the books.
What do you mean? The books and movies can have different stories, even
That's
if they're
basically
based
the
on
same thing.
If they can be based on the same thing, but there can be key changes that can maybe change experiences when you're reading the dialogue in the game if it's different a
You can do
little
that
bit
with
than
the
the books. Like,
You can do that with the book in a game too.
yeah, but like take
Audiobook.
Lord of the Rings for example. Some of the stuff in
People
movies
can't
is
hear you.
different. Oh, what? Does anyone hear me? People not hear me?
What did you say,
What?
Roger?
Oh, Roger.
Who, me?
You just
I
pointed
just
to your
went-
ears.
Oh, no, I was saying audiobooks.
Yeah, because that's all dialogue. Just listen to it. Yeah.
Different way of reading a book is through the audio, but
Yeah.
Depends on the book.
If they ever did another remake of Mystery Dungeon, I would want voice acting.
I would hope they're paying the person to read the word to word
Yeah.
from the book.
But
Well, I'm saying it depends on what edition they're reading off of.
But
like,
what I'm saying
for
is,
example.
like, the game can have slightly different things in it with the dialogue that might change your opinion rather than the books. Like, some books I prefer over the movie version. Some movies I prefer over the book version because
I almost
of the
always
dialogue.
prefer the books.
Yeah, it depends on how it is written in the
Like
one.
Stash
For
and crime
example,
fighting.
I prefer the boys. The boys.
Oh, he was heated
show.
before we started.
I prefer the books, or not the books. I prefer the show of the boys over the comics of the boys. I prefer the show because I just like the writing in the show better. And so it's that kind of situation where I'm thinking like, yeah, the books don't always justify. Oh, I've read the book, so I don't have to read the game dialogue. Like, it's very much based on like each one. You gotta see each one. You gotta read each one. You gotta all this other stuff. You gotta do all that to experience the story of what they're trying to tell. I find it a little insulting almost that you don't read the dialogue each time, like when you're playing those Zelda games. That is like
you
the
said
story.
each time.
Yes, because
I don't read it every time.
You said this before we started. You forget things. You need to keep reading them to make sure you remember. You were saying that you didn't know all the first time.
I have 20 years on you. Of course I'm going to forget things.
Maybe so. I
Yeah.
read the dialogue either to myself or, like, especially when I'm playing offline, I'll read it out loud, but on stream I usually don't read it. But the two out loud, but I'm reading it in here all the time. Just skimming, not even skimming, I'm reading it. But like, yeah, I'm not good at speaking what I'm thinking, so I think it. But yeah, I always read the dialogue. Every playthrough I play of a game, I'm always reading the dialogue. Always.
No, not every playthrough. At that point, I've played them enough.
Yeah, I always do because I love reading the stories in video games. It's one of my favorite parts of games is just the dialogue. I love the stories. I can separate my biases from each game because I love all these games the same, just for different reasons. I am telling you, if you're reading the dialogue for these games, it's hard to justify for me saying that these games aren't even close. Like, Zelda is like far better. I can't even say that because like I think Mystery Dungeon is on par, if not better than a lot of Zeldas.
But that's an opinion.
It
Even
is.
the ratings were way worse. than any Zelda game.
Yeah, but for ratings, they include gameplay, they include lore,
Yeah.
they include the story, they include everything. I'm
That's what I'm
just
saying.
talking
I
about the
did look it
story.
up
I am
while you were
just talking
talking.
about story. No lore, no gameplay involved, no bias, nothing. Because like even I said, it got me to cry without the friend thing, because that was the second or third time I played the game when I was losing that friend. I had played it at least once, all the way through the story and post game, and that also got me to tear up quite a bit. It is very, very, very good, in my opinion. Like, and it's highly worth.
I think the
checking out.
only game that has actually kind of made me cry just a little bit was Age of Imprisonment. And if you've played it, you know.
And here's
why.
the other thing. Before I started doing YouTube, a few years before, I had depression for about 20 years. I got really used to it, and I just wouldn't cry on anything except for very specific moments in either games or movies. It took a lot to make me tear up like that. It was very. I'm much easily more emotional now because my depression has gone away. I'm not used to it as much being that depressed, but like because it's basically gone now. I'm gotten so much better, but that was very hard to make me do back then. I did not cry with almost anything. It was hard to get me to do that, and that got me. It got me. There's only like I think Twilight Princess might have. I don't think it did, but it might have. It's been a long time since I can remember my first time playing that game. I don't think Majora's Mask got me, but yeah, but it got up there. It's still a very good story. I like how all the characters have their own story as well, so you get to like know all the characters around town. But like, I really think Mystery Dungeon is up there with Zelda, if only if you play it through the whole story and experience that ending that culminates with everything else. That's the key part that you want to play through, because it makes everything else in the story feel so much more impactful after you've completed the game. Story, not the post game. The post game is just extra stuff, but it does make everything more impactful when you play the whole story.
Roger, you got any hot takes?
No hot takes.
No hot takes? Okay.
We'll be here all night, so I'm good.
Yeah. I don't want to hear anything from
Play
anybody
games,
unless
play
someone
games
plays
your
the whole
way.
game through. The whole story through. That's what matters. You gotta have the whole story and play to understand what I'm talking about. It's like saying reading a book halfway through and saying, "Oh, I don't like this. The story's trash." That doesn't make it trash. You got to read the whole story.
I've done that actually. There's books I have walked away from because they suck. They did not have a good enough story.
I always read. If I start reading a book, you bet your ass I'm finishing it, because I want to see the ending to see if that makes the rest of the story better. Because sometimes
that's easy. You turn to the last couple pages and read the last chapter.
In the middle. Why would you do that?
Not necessarily. Not always. I have
disagree with that.
You don't know unless you've read the middle of the book if you're missing anything.
I've got books that I have read all the way to 6-7 chapters in. There's no.
You froze. You're frozen.
Gabby crashed.
Oh no.
All right, now we can take over. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. What's that? Well, Tabby's hosting, so we gotta wait for her to get the next topic in.
Excuse me, Poker fan?
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, you're back. You're back.
Now you're back.
Okay. What happened?
You froze for a second.
You froze?
Somebody must be on the internet in the living room.
What were you gonna say? We're gonna follow up my thing or about books and reading them halfway through and then skipping to the last page?
If it's not picking up any interest and I'm still in snoozeville and I'm not retaining the information because the interest of it sucks, I'll read the last chapter to see if it's even worth going through to finish.
I wouldn't use the microphone.
Oh, I don't like that. Just like the ending sometimes, or even the middle of the second half of the book can justify some stuff in the beginning. It depends on the book, though.
Someone uses the microwave, probably.
Yeah, it's that's kind of.
In this one,
I don't like when people do that. To be honest, to be perfectly honest,
Put
I don't
these
like
jelly
them.
bellies up before I
Oh, jelly beans!
eat too many and puke them.
Don't be a gamer. Don't eat too many gummy stuff.
Love jelly bellies.
But you know, it's funny. You may not like it, but I had no problems getting through my English classes. High A's.
Yeah.
Did you read the Cliff Notes?
Nope. Well, I
Oh
did
my
with one
gosh.
book, but that's because that book was really hard to read for everybody.
Yeah. But like I
was not
always
the
read
only person
stories
struggling with
all
it.
the way through.
And that was a book we actually read out loud, but it was literally the only book I ever got the Cliff
For
Notes
me,
for.
I'm good with my English as long as I'm not saying the words. Like that's the part that's rough for me is like pronunciation stuff. That's the part that's always hard for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I second doubt.
All
I
right,
doubt
we
myself.
should
at
move on,
pronouncing.
y'all.
Yeah. All right.
Say what?
I said we should move on.
Yeah.
Yes. Been ready. Been waiting.
All right.
Paul,
Okay, so we're doing the
you
movie.
watch?
All
Yeah,
right.
true.
Yep. All right. So I
No
saw.
spoilers.
Yeah. No spoilers here for the new Star Wars movie. I just happened to see it. I wanted to talk about
Spoiler alert.
what I thought
Mandalorian
about.
is in it.
Well, duh. he's in the poster. He's in all the trailers. Of course he's in it. But like, yeah. So I went into this movie expecting what I thought it was going to be, which is street level Star Wars. If you know like how like Marvel movies have been wanting this to be, or Marvel fans, I should say, have been wanting this from Marvel for a while, which is like Spider-Man and certain characters like him to be like more street level. I feel like that's this, but in Star Wars. And I enjoy this movie as that kind of movie. And so, just as a prelude, I guess, to this review, I would say go in expecting that. It is a street level Star Wars movie. Just in case, I don't think
Regular or IMAX?
Oh, I saw it in IMAX 3D. I saw it. It's the first Star Wars thing that's been in theaters in forever. So I definitely saw it in IMAX 3D because me and my dad love 3D. So yeah, we saw it in 3D IMAX. I'm not gonna say who the Hutt is in the trailers, but he is a. You want to keep your eye on who this is if you know other Star Wars stuff. I'm not sure how many people watch other Star Wars like media, but like, yeah, I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't know if they announced that prior to the movie releasing, so I'm not gonna say who it is. But he's a cool character. I like him. He's in the trailers. He's like a buff Hutt. You know, like if anyone don't know who the Hutts are, they are like Jabba the Hutt from the original series, the original 3 movies, and he's also in the prequels and stuff. So those guys. For anyone who's lack of Star Wars knowledge, I assume everyone knows who the Hutts are. So
yes, I know who that is. Yep.
Yeah, but for anyone who's younger and hasn't watched a lot of the Star Wars movies, that's who they are. Giant slug things. But this one's like a buff dude, and he's awesome. Love him in the movie. He's so awesome. Like, I love his character in the movie. He's so cool. And like, there obviously it's the story is like based around like the Mando is basically doing what do you call them, like bounty jobs for the New Republic, and this is like his final job. That's the basis around the story. But I think the pacing is pretty good. There's some emotional moments. I wouldn't say super emotional, but there's a few here and there. There's a couple moments, like 2 or 3, where people actually clapped and cheered in the movie. So I like to see that people are enjoying it. One of which I'm not gonna say what the moment was, but like there was like 3. One is like right before the or a little bit before the halfway point, and the other 2 were towards the one was towards the last fourth of the movie, and one was like in the last fourth of the movie. When people like cheered for like in the movie. So those are like the more. There's a cool like there's a bunch of scenes that I really like. I love they had the. I'm not gonna say what she plays or who she plays. I think no, she's in the trailer. Never mind. Is Sigourney Weaver's in the movie? She's in the trailers. I love seeing her in things. I loved her in Alien. I loved her in Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar. She's just such a good actress, and I love to see her in these movies. I would like to see her a bit more in the movies because I like seeing her in the movies. She's cool actress. Um, who else? Let's see. Can I say this in the trailers? Obviously, Pedro Pascal, Mandalorian. He's in there. Obviously, Grogu, aka Baby Yoda. Don't going in there expecting him to talk. If you know anything about the his race being Yoda's race, they live to be incredibly old. Yoda died at I believe 900 something years old. At this time, Baby Yoda or Grogu. God, I don't approve of that name, but okay. I still think it's a little cringe, but he's like 50 something by this point, maybe 60. And Yoda died at 900 something, so he's got a while before he starts talking. I think, based on like that alone.
Well, we don't know what age they actually talk at or start to
based
talk
on
at.
like I'm trying to base it on like human age compared to their age and how old they get to, and like based on when humans start talking compared to like when they would start talking. I don't know. I feel like it would be like around 100 something, like early hundreds, or early in the shortly after 190 maybe. But he's got a bit, I would assume. If I wanted to know exactly, I could ask a buddy of mine who's a massive Star Wars fan and has his own Star Wars podcast, the Badonkagonk podcast, which I watch every time it comes up. Every time I see it, it's hilarious. I love that name, by the way, the Badonkagonk podcast. But I'm not going to gush on that too long. But yeah, they do a lot of stuff over there that I like. But I want to know. I'm hoping they do more of these street level movies because I feel like most of the Star Wars movies, other than this one, have been like big galactic, like huge scale. And I'm kind of glad they're doing some street level stuff. I really am. I enjoy this one as one of those kind of movies, and it's just cheerful fun. It's like a fun movie. There's some nods to the original, like the original episode 6, I believe. Or wait, what's the maybe it's episode 5 when Luke first meets Yoda, right? That's episode 5, right? I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's when he starts his training, right? I was just trying to make sure I got that right. Yeah. So it has some callbacks to that area in a certain part of the movie. There's some nods towards it. There's spoilers though, on what it is, what the nod is. But there is nods to that, which I really liked. People who got it in the theater, you could tell who got it and who didn't. But that was really cool. They have some nods to some of the older stuff. They have some nods to episode, or maybe it's the pilot movie of the Clone Wars. They have some nods to that in there. They have a lot of nods to different things that they don't like take away or take you out of the movie. They did it very well, I think. The nods to different things, they did pretty well because it didn't take me out of the movie. And sometimes that kind of stuff can, if you do it too aggressively, it takes you out of movies and stuff. And they have these huge heavy nods, and they're just shoving it in your face. They don't quite do it that. They do they have slight nods that nod to this, and if you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. But I really like this movie as a street level Star Wars movie. It's a fun movie. I like the beginning with let's see, how can I say this without spoiling anything? They have a smaller mission at the beginning of the movie that leads into the bigger mission. And I don't say what the smaller mission is because I don't know if that's going to spoil anything. I'm trying to think back if there's any spoilers in the beginning of the movie that are for the rest of the movies. It's like one tiny mission and then the main story mission. And I'm trying to think if there's anything in that mission that leads into anything else. But yeah, it's just a fun small Star Wars movie. I feel like they're using this movie to lead, kind of get back into the hang of doing Star Wars in theaters again. And I think that's a smart way to do it rather than getting a big movie out that it costs a lot more and it failing. They want to test the waters a bit, I think, with this movie. See how people respond to like this era of Star Wars. And I think that's smart. What about you guys? What are you thinking? Any questions? Any thoughts?
I think
Not until
George
I see the
Lucas should have
movie.
never have sold the movie
Oh, I
rights.
agree with you 100%
My
with that.
thoughts. I think Disney royally screwed up the whole storyline, so I
Definitely
don't watch
the
it
main
as much
movies.
as I used to.
There's like Rogue One I thought was really good, and there's a few others I thought were really good. Yeah, but that's mainly like the side stuff. Like the main last like 2 big movies to me were dumpster fires. Like Last Jedi
I watched
and Rise of Skywalker.
I watched Andor.
Yeah, Andor's really good.
Disney
Andor's
Plus.
really good.
Andor was really good.
liked
I enjoyed
Andor.
that.
But that's like based in like Empire stuff that's already like set out by George Lucas. The new stuff like Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, I will never watch those again because of how much I'm like, man, you really screwed up Luke in this movie, or you really screwed up this in this movie. Like, what are you doing? Stop it, please. Just retcon the whole thing and do it again, please. I was really upset with Rise of Skywalker. So I'm glad they're doing more of like this stuff. Yeah. I was so upset.
I love Star Wars. That's the sad part is I just feel like Disney has just really messed with the storyline way too much on a lot of things.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So I started watching The Mandalorian and Grogu, and then there was politics. So I was like, nope, I'm out. I'm done. I don't want that crap in what I'm watching.
Are you talking about Acolyte, you mean?
No.
That's the bad one.
There were people fired from the game or from the movie because of they thought differently, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't either.
So,
but yeah.
You know, I may not agree with your politics. You may not agree with my politics. I'm not going to fire you for it.
That's why I don't focus on that stuff because it affects. Sometimes it'll affect.
It's hard not to when it's on everything. News wise coming up.
When I see stuff like that,
was for a while when it first
stuff
happened.
like that when I'm watching something, I'm like, I'm finishing the show, then I'll read this.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was loud. So
yeah, I didn't get any of that.
I haven't finished the series because of it, and I probably won't.
Because I literally don't read that stuff. If I even see a glimpse of it, I'll just turn off that page on the internet and go finish the show, and then I'll come back to it. Because like I don't want politics affecting my viewing of shows that I like to watch. Yeah. So I just don't.
But unfortunately, Disney is not the same Disney they were when I was a kid.
Nope.
Not the same Disney they were when Roger was a kid.
Nope.
And they have. I'm done with Disney. I've been done with Disney for a while, actually.
Yeah, this is why I don't watch politics stuff in terms of like movie related politics.
Not gonna go see Frozen
again.
3.
It's really hard not to.
What 3? What is it called?
I asked her she's not going to go see Frozen 3.
Okay.
Toy Story 5.
Didn't go watch Frozen 2 either. No.
I
have seen them.
I do not.
But they were not on Disney's channel.
Movie viewings and TV stuff. I just don't let it affect me because that's stuff I'm like, if they're good actors, they will find, I would hope, jobs. But when they get fired like that, that's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to hear that. Because like I enjoy a lot of Star Wars. I didn't enjoy Last Jedi. I didn't enjoy Rise of Skywalker. There's like one episode of Acolyte I liked, which is the lightsaber fight because it was very well choreographed. But other than that, that show kind of fell into the ashes as well. And they did something that I really wish they didn't in that show. And I've been out for a while, so I'll go ahead and say it. They tease Plagueis and they don't do anything with him. Why? I want to see Plagueis more. But like they kind of put him in a show that kind of wasn't a good fit for him, and it's like, don't do that. Acolyte, like, that's a terrible.
What'd you go grab, Roger?
Well, I'm gonna turn off my background so that you'll be able to see what I'm looking. See my green screen. Anyway, we were talking about Star Wars, and I've been moving stuff out of storage. Anyway, so I came across some Star Wars stuff.
Oh, cool!
So this is the first thing I found.
Pod race time. Now it's pod racing.
This
I love episode 1.
It has like
I love it. I love it so much. The
Like-
Speed Palace, baby. Love it.
It has
to
like
see it.
I think this is a
Oh,
comic.
Yes. Dude, yes, the Naboo Starfighters are awesome. I love the prequels. I don't care what anybody
Oh.
says. I love the prequels, and I love the original 3 movies. And those
For
are
most
my
of you
favorite movies.
youngins out there, this is called a VHS tape.
Yeah. I remember my dad's brother brought, when I was very little, the same kind of VHS over to our house, and we watched it for the first time. For the longest time, I had to watch everything Star Wars after seeing that movie, because that was the first Star Wars thing I ever saw was Episode 1. I love it. I love Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I liked Rogue One a lot. I liked the Clone Wars. I liked Rebels. I mean, all that stuff is so good.
And then of
Oh,
course we
man.
have the original.
Yeah, the original trilogy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lego
Those are
Star
good.
Wars is also great. If you haven't played that, play it.
And that's a sleeve, of course.
Yeah, man.
And then of
that's
course VHS tapes.
awesome. Yeah.
And I think
Love
these
it.
are the unedited ones before
Ooh, fascinating. Yeah.
episode 1, where they they CGI'd in Anakin in there.
Yeah, yeah.
So pretty sure, yeah. So these are the unedited versions.
Yeah. All right.
So I just thought I'd show that because I was
Mhm.
looking through stuff the other day and I came across them and I was like, oh wow. I
Yeah,
was like,
that's freaking sick. Love it.
don't even have a VHS player anymore.
We might. I might be upstairs in the attic somewhere, but like, or in the garage. I don't think we do,
Yeah.
but we might.
I know you can get them still, but
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I just happen to enjoy
Whatever.
Star Wars stuff for the most part.
I like Star Wars in general.
Yeah, it's just fun.
I'll watch
stuff.
anything.
I just don't let politics affect my movies and shows. I try my very best to stay away from that stuff when it comes to movies and show politics because I don't want it to affect my viewing. I like to enjoy stuff. I don't like to get politics in here and like, oh, that politics thing makes me enjoy this less. No, I don't let it do that. I want to enjoy my stuff. I want to enjoy it, so I stay away from that so it doesn't affect my thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, where did Tabby go? I guess she was getting her stuff for her
Yeah.
big reveal.
I gotta grab something because I got it at the movie. Be right back.
Okay.
I'll be right
All
back.
right, everyone. I guess it's on me now. Welcome to the Me Show. All right. Anyway. Anybody have any questions on anything topic wise I wouldn't talk about while everyone's getting their thing?
Put my headphones back on. All right.
Hmm.
Let's see.
All right, he's back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, guys. All right, let's see. I got. Let's
It's
see
a
what I
great
got
movie,
somewhere.
AJ.
Oh,
I love it.
it's tangled up my cord. Yes. Baby
That's
Yoda.
cute.
Yeah, I love this thing.
He's looking at it backwards.
It's through the scope.
I was first ever seen its butt.
No, it's Baby Yoda or Grogu looking through the telescope. Or the
He's
scope.
looking at it through the wrong end.
Actually, no. That's actually how it looks on the rifle on Mandalorian's rifle. He's looking through the right end, but it does.
It's like he's
look
looking through a
little bit.
telescope. It's like
Yeah,
a telescope.
it's the scope of the rifle that Mando has. But yeah, I love this thing. It's so adorable. It looks like an amiibo.
Kind of does, yeah.
Yeah. So I like that. It's always been cool.
Smoking a pipe.
Yeah. I love it.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
all
I'm
right.
going to go into your section now, Tabby.
Yeah.
Going to go into my reveals. I told you guys last week that I had looked at a few things,
Spirit,
Mhm.
stop.
and
Stop.
husband worked some overtime. You know, like the Tamagotchi life that was donated, which is very appreciated. We've had a lot of fun with it. Daughter has put some hours into it already. And there's stuff coming. There was things I wish I had recorded now because yesterday when we were spending family time, I played a little bit on it and some things went further along. And I don't know how much of the Switch captured it because for some reason the videos were running short. and I haven't gone back and re-looked. Plus, because of, I guess, somebody complained or something, Tamagotchi Life can't be shared from the capture device. You actually have to run it through either downloading it straight to the computer or using like the capture card and record it that way. So I've got some work to do to bring it to the computer.
Oh, so you're talking about like when you try to share stuff from the games, like you take a screenshot.
Yeah, like normally you can screenshot it and share it to your phone and then upload it to wherever. You can't do that with Tamagotchi Life. You have to actually have it on a capture card. Yeah.
Yep.
So
use your phone.
Yeah, that's
I've got
I took a picture of my phone.
I've done a few things that way.
It's not gonna stop people from doing it. Come on, Nintendo.
Yeah, it's not hard to turn around and run it through my recording system, and I just got to turn around and edit those little sections out between. But that being said, there were a few things that were asked for during streams, and husband worked some overtime and allowed me to grab a couple things. So one of them being Power A finally got a Zelda assembled controller, and it's wireless, and we're gonna try it. It's one of the Switch 2 Pro controllers.
Oh, it's Switch 2 or Switch?
Switch 2. It'll work on the Switch, but it's for the Switch 2. It's got the chat button and everything on it. I have not took it out of the box yet. It just
see because your fingers are covering the Switch logo. There you go. That's why I was asking. I was like, I can't tell.
But I mean, it got some mixed reviews. Some people were saying it won't turn the Switch 2 on. We'll see, because that's one of the reasons I wanted it too. Because my Switch 1 controllers won't turn on the Switch 2. Yeah. It's frustrating. The other one being, here was a funny thing. Before I show this, I put a poll up to ask what my next play was. I had more guys vote for Yooka-Laylee than the game that I thought they would vote for. I had more girls vote for the game that I thought the guys would vote for than the Yooka-Laylee, which is why we're playing Yooka-Laylee. But coming soon, I did finally get it, guys.
Indie, baby.
So,
yeah, you're gonna love it.
And the funny thing is, you and Roger were the only two guys that voted for me to play it.
Awesome.
I'm just going to share it now. It's just you two guys.
Hey.
Everyone else
Love Indie.
was for Yooka-Laylee. The funny thing is, seriously, all the girls were voting Indiana Jones except one.
Right.
I was like, what the heck is going on here? I'm in the Twilight Zone. I expected everyone else to vote the opposite. Y'all surprised me. So I don't know if Steak is on anybody's channel because I'm having issues with my PC. I haven't seen him today either. I was hoping he would be on for this because he's asked for it more than once. This is not a Switch 2 game, guys. I didn't go Switch 2 on purpose.
Kick her out. Kick her out. Kick her out.
Don't. I did this on purpose because that way, when I'm doing Switch 2 games, if the husband wants to play, he can. He can't exactly do that if I'm on the Switch 2 all the time. So, for all of you freaks who keep asking for this game and apparently think it's funny when people crap themselves because they're scared, I did finally buy it.
Rat.
So, I'm only playing this if you all show up to streams and stay on.
I will probably be there.
The minute I see no participations, I will end the stream for the night. And I'm done.
I will be there unless I'm driving. Or
5 minutes in. Oh, I'm done.
I'm like, nope, I'm done. Yes, he did show up on the stream earlier today. So you're right. I forgot. He did for a few minutes. I don't know what he was doing after he was driving today, or if he was even driving today.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm just like, nope. I'm gonna put my big girl pants on. I'm gonna try to be here for this. I do not handle horror very well.
So Roger,
I have those medical pads from where I had my last surgery.
Pee pads.
Roger, you played the game. Is there any like? Because I wasn't able to.
I haven't
watch all of
finished
your
the
streams.
game, so I'm
Oh, you
still
haven't finished
playing
it?
it
Okay.
myself.
Okay. Because I was wondering, have you come across any like really long like eye violence scenes? I can't do eye violence, and I'm thinking about getting the game as well.
Eye violence?
Yeah, like eye violence,
No.
like needles in the eyes or knives in the eye or whatever.
I think so. No.
Okay, good. Oh, so far we're in the clear then.
I told him if
I
he
can't
wanted
do
eye
eye violence.
violence, he could just go to my doctor appointment
No.
with me next Monday.
Never. I can't do eye violence. It's the one kind of violence I probably can't do. That
I
and
get
maybe,
stabbed
like,
in both eyes every couple weeks.
yeah, I can't do that. I can't. That'd be really hard for me to do.
No, AJ, I don't have any puppy pads, but I really do have like some medical pads like you'd get at the hospital that are, the rewashable stuff. I
Yeah.
probably really will put them in my chair.
Fantasy
just
Tabby in a
to be safe.
giant diaper. Let's go. Yeah.
I mean, whatever it takes.
Do
I
it.
don't think it'll scare me to the point of crying. It has been a long time since I've been that scared. But I don't typically like gore. I don't like, blood doesn't bother me. Obsessive gore is just gross.
Yeah.
And I don't like feeling scared. So this will be interesting. This will be my first horror game ever. I have never streamed a horror game.
Okay.
I did try to play Resident Evil way back in the day before it was even really scary.
Oh, the graphics are just so.
The graphics were so suck that they weren't.
Yeah.
They were nothing. I played a few of the Nintendo, horror stuff that was out then, but again, Nintendo horror back in the day was nothing.
Nope.
So I wasn't scared.
The only thing that got me when
I
was
have
a kid-
seen Sky Swords Alyssa play this a little bit. I've seen very little of Roger play this a little bit. I totally expect me to be freaked out. I don't know if I could handle playing it in the dark. I probably will have some lights on somewhere.
So, like, the only thing I think from Nintendo that's actually scared me as a kid was I think it's called Dead Hand in Ocarina of Time. That got me as a kid. That's the only thing that got me as a kid. Was Dead Hand. With that unhinged jaw. I hate it.
The older horror movies, I watched most of the Michael Myers series and the first two Jason movies.
Yeah.
That stuff, I laughed at it because that's how bad cinematography was back in the day.
Yeah, I agree. Those movies, I definitely agree. I laughed at them too. They're just goofy.
And even some of the stuff out now, I don't watch it because it's scary. I don't watch it because they overdo the gore.
Yeah, which I seem to do a lot.
I've, as a former vet tech and, animal medicine, people medicine, really not that much different. It really bothers me when people go overboard on the gory stuff. Because at that point it's just gross. There's no point in it.
You really have to put that much blood?
Like, I know nobody has that much blood in them.
Really? Yeah, it's like, come on, man.
But yes, if I do this, I expect you all to show up and watch. So yeah, I will let you all know when. I was also supposed to let a couple other people know. When I look this good, watch out. We're watching, man. We're watching. Golly. I think it's funny all the stuff you're finding as you're unpacking things.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, while we're on the discussion of this, I got a couple little things to show since I'm old.
That's a hot take, Chris.
I found something you're gonna like. Paul.
Who? Oh.
Paul.
So I was like, who?
Let me turn off so I can get. All right, it might be a little hard to see. I don't remember where I got this, but I'm sure it's pretty old. I'm gonna try to bring it in as close as I can.
Surfing Pikachu?
Oh, that's cute.
Awesome.
I really want to get it to focus.
It's a Pikachu.
Is the Surfing Pikachu?
Won't focus.
Or is it the
I guess he's playing in the sand.
Oh, okay.
Trying not to get in the way, but
it's still great. It's like a pin, I guess.
Focusing on it, but
is it a pin?
A little
your shirt or something?
like a little pin.
Okay, it's one of those. Okay, yeah, I love that kind of stuff.
I guess it's been in that little
container.
Man,
I had one of those. I'd probably put it right here on my hat. I just pin it to my hat. That'd be pretty cool.
Right, hold on a second.
I would love that.
I'm trying to put all these other things that's not non-Nintendo related back in here. But
Hey, if it's gaming related, chill it, man.
so no, it says these are not game related.
Oh, they're not gaming.
I was pulling out the ones that are.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know if a lot of you know. I mean, you do, some don't. But I used to work for Walmart for many years, and of course, I worked in the photo department, electronics a lot. So I was always helping the Nintendo stuff. I knew the vendor there. I've known her for like forever. Anyway, so there's some stuff I've collected over the years. Okay, I'm gonna try to show some of these best I can, but y'all can see it. I'm trying to make it focus
Put your
on
hand
that.
up behind it.
Oh yeah, that might help. Almost.
Pull it back a little bit. Ask me something.
It's got a little
What's that like showing to? Is that
a
What's that
holographic.
Game
Oh,
Boy
ask me about it.
Yeah,
Game Boy?
I think it says
F1
F1
Racing?
Race for Game Boy. Yeah,
Nice.
really kind of hard to see that one.
Yeah.
Okay, and then here we go. I'm not sure what this one was about, but I think this was on NES. Yes, it's really old too.
Sports set.
Ask me about sports
Sports
set.
set.
Okay.
I don't remember that one.
I don't know what that's from.
Yeah.
Go.
Star
Star
Fox.
Fox.
Awesome.
About Star Fox. Super Nintendo, obviously.
Yep. Oh, those are cool. I love
A lot of these.
ones they change.
Ask me about Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That one's the same thing. And this one's Nato. This one is
Mario and Luigi.
Mario and
Yeah.
Luigi. There you go. Super
Star
Saga.
Wait a minute.
Game Boy Advance.
Okay, where is it? I think I have that game. Do I? Where is it? I know I have one of those games. Oh, is
The
this
flashback.
He'd find them if he'd put them in their cases.
This is, yep.
There's the
there it
last
is.
one. Ask me about
I can get the focus.
Mario Paint.
Cool.
So that's
I
it.
liked Mario Paint back in the day.
Mario Paint's great.
Here we go. Mario Paint. Anyway, thought those were kind of fun.
Yes, but-
I got a ton of more stuff. Oh, I can show it the next one.
yeah.
I'm packing stuff up. Reliving
All
the
right.
legendary days.
I think it's great that you're finding all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Nostalgia. A big nostalgia kick.
Yeah, I love nostalgia.
Roger, why don't you reveal what you're playing? I know you don't really have a schedule this week, considering you're working on
Depends
moving
on what
stuff.
I'm working, if I'm working. We're going back.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm still playing Pragmata. I think I'm getting close to the end of this game. Really good. I'm having a lot of fun. I know a lot of people came and watched it today, so it was really good. And of course, I'm still playing Resident Evil 9. I'll probably pick that up again another day here, coming soon. And of course, where we just started, It Takes Two.
Yeah.
So
That one Game of the Year, right? A few years back.
that one did, yeah.
that's,
On
that's
the
one that
VG
was
on the Keeley Awards, yeah, or whatever it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one won.
That's what I thought.
But yeah, so we're playing that co-op game as well together.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we're playing.
And it's not on Nintendo. And you gave me a
No,
hard time.
it actually is on Nintendo.
But I'm saying we're not playing it on Nintendo.
No, we're
Yeah,
playing it
there.
on PlayStation. So, 'cause it was cheaper just for me to spend. What was I say? $10, whatever it was for for a month.
Something
'Cause
like
I don't
that.
have Sony online, so or hardly
Yeah.
play. But this one requires you to. So I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
And the Switch 2 game was like $40. So I was like, okay, I'll just spend the 10.
Yeah, it was still up there.
So, but yeah, we're playing that. So those are pretty cool about what we've been playing. That's it right now. I mean, I was playing
what are you,
some Final Fantasy 14.
Husband's
little
been
bit.
playing Final Fantasy Online again. He hasn't done that
14
in
online?
forever.
Yeah.
Whatever. No, there's an actual Final Fantasy Online.
Yeah, I thought it was Final Fantasy 14.
Final Fantasy 14.
Online, yeah.
Final
Oh,
Fantasy
maybe that's what
14.
it is.
Yeah.
MMO.
I just know
MMO.
I'm watching him play with everyone else.
Yeah. I have the game. I just haven't booted it up in a while. I gotta boot that up and try it again.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much
Paul?
all I'm playing at the moment. So
All
more
right.
incoming as I finish Pragmata and Resident Evil.
Well, I mean, we've got Bubsy coming out. It should be shipped. Disney Afternoon Collection is at the end of the month in a couple of days. Mina the Hollower's releasing in a couple of days. Which I'm planning on grabbing Mina.
Is that
And
physical?
then
Or is that just digital?
right now it's just digital. I don't know if they're doing a physical or not.
Hope so.
I
I'm
haven't.
assuming that if they do
I
it,
haven't
I'm sure
really-
going to sell quite enough. I'm like, okay, we can do a physical.
Yeah, I think if they show that they're going to get enough, they'll do that.
Yeah, I'm
would
sure
be
they will.
my assumption. I did not catch the full podcast when the Yacht Club was on Nintendo Bot, so I didn't hear all their news, and I haven't had a chance to go back and rewatch what I missed. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. I think it looks really good. And there's a few others that are out now. The Constance game. I don't remember who does that one, but it has the hand-drawn graphics like Hollow Knight and stuff. And it looks like a lot of the gameplay follows along similar to Hollow Knight and Silk Song. And I've been watching Thunderstash's reviews on it. It looks really good. So it may be something I grab, when I get caught up a little bit on things. If I ever get caught up on things, it'll probably be something I grab and add to the backlog.
Charlie says there was a physical run, but they sold out before, and now it's just digital. Well, they want my money. They better put a physical out.
I'm okay with that. That's not something I plan on collecting. But again, I didn't also think I would get into Hollow Knight the way I did. The hype for Silk Song was so big. I grabbed Hollow Knight first, and it's actually a good game. You get blisters playing it though.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
I'm just glad the game isn't on wasn't way back in the day on a smaller console because of it smaller than the Switch. Because there's certain consoles back in the day where you're holding them like the Game Boy or holding them like the Game Boy SP, where you just obviously wouldn't run on those, but games like that would give me so much hand cramps and blisters holding on to it like this. Like my hands are way too big for that. I can't do that even back then.
Oh, my hands cramp up now. I get my compression gloves out and sometimes have to get my braces out for it. But
you want to talk about blisters? When we played Mario Party back in the day with this thing, and your hand was here, and you were doing this, and you get those blisters.
Everybody got
right
blisters.
on your.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, they would put gloves on so you could
stuff like that. That's why I have these things, these gloves. That's
exactly what about the older
fingerless gloves.
The older controllers were just a little more rougher. The edges weren't as smooth on the buttons and stuff. So you wound up with blisters anyways.
I think eventually Nintendo was like, "Don't play with the palm of your hand," or something like that.
They should.
I never got a blister in the palm of my hand.
I was going to do
it. It was always my thumbs.
I did when you're doing this on the thumbstick. I can't do it. I can't do that anymore. It hurts my hands. Oh, I know exactly what Roger's talking about there. Ugh.
Paul, go through your list of games and
okay.
I know you've got a schedule this week.
Yeah, I've been playing. I'm finishing up Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I'm on the last area, so I got to finish that. Then I've been doing a build in Pocobia on Wednesdays. I'm doing Fire Red Thursdays. I beat the Elite Four with that. Now I'm on to the post game stuff, which I still got to catch a lot of Pokemon to get to that. So I'm going back and catching the Pokemon and letting the chat name this stuff as we are. Give me ideas to name for stuff unless I already have a name in mind. But we're doing that. Then I think obviously Friday we're doing Zelda Ocarina of Time. Saturday I'm probably going to do a Halo Master Chief Collection stream because
did you forget something, sir?
Well, Subnautica, yeah, we gotta play Subnautica as well. Yeah, but I was getting to that. I wasn't sure. I hadn't heard what your schedule was, so I didn't want to.
I don't really know what it is yet, but
okay. But we are gonna play that.
I'll just keep it there, and then we can change it if need be. But
yeah, well, we are eventually gonna get back to Subnautica. But so I want to let the other guys know because me and you got the highest oxygen tank in the game now, so that's gonna be great.
We have an extra one. Remember, we made an extra one.
Right, you made an extra one. That's right. Yeah. So we got that. Thank God, because that got annoying having to keep going up and down after so many times.
Deaths.
But yeah,
Deaths.
I'll be doing a Halo Master Chief Collection stream with some of my friends who been wanting to do that with me because we've been playing a lot of that late night stuff, and that'll probably be a later night stream. That was on Saturdays, starting probably roughly 7, and we're just gonna go as late as we want. For anyone who likes those games, and I know Roger and Tabby don't, but like I've been playing Halo since the first one, so anyone who wants to do that with us, it's kind of like they have a lot of mini games that players make, like racing mini games, Jenga mini games, stuff like that in that game, and it's hilarious. And I love just the stuff that comes out of that, the content. I've had a lot of moments where I was saying to the guys like, "Man, I wish I was recording that," and stuff like that. So we're gonna choose to record it this time. so see if anything funny comes out of it. But I'm trying to think of this.
Apparently, our other podcaster feels.
Yeah, but I'm also playing. I'm trying to get it so it doesn't give me this low bandwidth error. I'm still trying to fix that on Forza Horizon 6, which is a great racing game. I just keep getting this like bandwidth error where if I go too fast, it can't load the stuff in front of me fast enough. So my car just stops in place with the wheels spinning. It's really funny, but but like it's gotten to the point where it just keeps happening if I go too fast. So I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to fix that or something. Like maybe
What system you got it on?
PC. It's just
is your PC not strong enough?
It should be. I got a 4090 in it and a really high end CPU. So I don't know what the problem is. Maybe my internet might be the problem. I don't know. So I have to ask my internet provider if I need to get maybe a faster internet. I don't know. But like I'm trying to say that for my last thing I need to do because that might cost more. And I'm like,
tell him.
But
tell him.
Yeah. But it's a hilarious thing where it'll just pause me in place, wheels spinning, all the NPCs freeze in place as well. So it's just I'm spinning my wheels in place, and it's loud, but it's pretty funny. But it's gotten on my nerves after a while. So
sounds like they don't have all the bugs worked out.
Yeah, it's a new game. It's brand new, so
yeah, it happens.
Happens with everything, but except most Nintendo games. Most Nintendo games they come out pretty polished, so that's why I like Nintendo a lot. It's one of the reasons. I have many too.
Quick shout out. We've got Attack the Backlog in chat.
Nice. Welcome.
What's up, bud?
Thank you.
How you doing?
Appreciate
popping in.
Awesome.
All right. So, as you all know, I was doing Rayman earlier today, and I think I'm near the end on it, or I've not 100%ed it, and I said that from the beginning. I wasn't going to 100% that on stream. But I got one more painting in the list of paintings to finish, and I think I am going to be finishing that on Wednesday. I think it's the schedule I've got out. Tomorrow, back to Yuka Replayly. Let's get back to some snarky Laylee. She cracks me up. She reminds me a little bit of me.
Are you going to be finishing Pokemon Coliseum on stream? Because I'll watch that. Big time. I'm always there for some Coliseum.
When I do it, I will probably. When I get a few minutes to do it, I'm going to put more Pokemon Coliseum through video and get more of it out. And when it comes close to the end, I probably will do a live stream on that. That way we can get it out. I don't know if I'll beat NSO to putting it out. We'll see.
That could be a goal.
They've gone so slow with it, so
NSO comes out. NSO that'd be wild.
That would be funny and not funny because I know Pokemon fans have been waiting for it forever, and she's getting super frustrated.
I wouldn't call myself frustrated, but I would call myself a little impatient for it because I've been waiting for so long. I'm not frustrated, but I do want it bad.
And then Thursday, I'm gonna get Tamagotchi Life back out. Have some more fun with that with you all. I'll try to do some video stream of that this week too, because I know like you all missed a bunch of it from the other day where I was playing offline. So I will try to do that. Of course, Legend of Zelda at 1:00 on Friday with Paul.
Yeah.
And we will figure out a day when Roger and I can hit It Takes Two. But yeah, so far that's the stream. And then got to figure out when I'm going to have the nerves for Resident Evil. Again, big baby here. You probably won't bring me to tears, but hold your ears, guys, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a loud screamer or 2 or 3. I think I'm kind of numb to that one place because I watched Alyssa's the shorts the other day enough that I was laughing at her reactions, even though the character behind her was super scary.
I saw that.
I think I'm a little bit numb. I think I'm a little bit numb to that specific one. I'm sure I'm gonna have a jump scare regardless, just because. But to actually freak out at that character, I might not freak out as bad. We'll see.
There's a part where I was watching one of her streams of it, and she's like, "This guy's gonna grab me, isn't he?" Just looking at him, like trying to get the thing off him. I think it was like a key or something, I mean, it was like a card key or something. But it was so funny to be like, "He's gonna grab me, isn't he?" Didn't grab her, but then like she walks a little way and starts getting up. it's so funny.
Yeah, I'm and honestly, like I said, I haven't played a Resident Evil game since I think it was like N64 GameCube era. Graphics were terrible, and it didn't scare me. So,
hey, it was not terrible.
But I don't think
we're films back then.
Not for me. Not for that game. Let me rephrase it. Not for that game. That game, it didn't have what it took to scare the crap out of me then. Now the graphics are realistic enough that I just want to hide under my bed and let someone else do it and hold my ears. Okay.
Grown woman. Jeez.
Yeah, this grown woman can be a big baby when things happen. I will grab all my dogs and cuddle somewhere in a corner, and you all have it.
Yeah.
But, we're going to brave this out. And if it gets to where I just can't handle it, then I apologize to everybody for getting your hopes up. At least husband will have fun with the game.
The only thing that would get me to be freaking out in those games probably is the eye violence, if there is any. That might get me to like throw something on my desk just because I get so freaked out. I'll be like grabbing something and throwing it because I get so freaked out with eye violence.
See, I've played Friday the 13th and Splatterhouse back in the day. Those weren't scary games back then.
Yeah.
But again, they didn't have the gore either that they would have today if it was made today. So, and I have never Alien Isolation. I will look into that one.
I love Alien Isolation. It's scary, but it's alien, so I love it. I like
sci-fi stuff.
Yeah,
I can give sci-fi a try.
It's creepy because like the whole game's on the space station, and no spoilers for story stuff. That alien, whatever AI they're using to make it like move around the station, it's very realistic, and it will hunt you down. It'll track you and everything all around the station. It's so scary. Just with seeing that giant xenomorph thing come around a corner, it's like, oh crap. I love that game. It's so much fun. I beat that a while back. I got to replay it. I
do like the movies, so I like.
They're great.
The Alien and Predator series. So I'm game.
Aren't they making a sequel to Alien Isolation now? I thought I heard about that.
I don't know.
I think they're making a sequel for it. Yeah, I have to look that back up, see if they're still doing it. But like, I hope they're still doing it because I love that series.
Oh no! So Attack the Backlog wants to share his nightmare with someone else. I got it.
Nice.
Watch
I got
Friends.
For anyone who hasn't played Alien Isolation, if you like horror games, play it. It's one of the best. I love that game.
I love it. Now the chat has all these horror games they want to see me try.
Nice.
Everyone wants to watch my hair turn gray on the screen because that's probably what's going to happen.
Just instantly turns gray, just slowly fades down.
Should you suffer alone? You should not, sir. I agree.
Well, just be careful that it only turns gray, but also maybe your hair falls out. That's what you really want to be worried about. If
my hair falls out, I'm coming for you. That's all I can say. You're fixing to get a burr. I'm making a wig out of your hair, dude.
No,
if my hair falls out. Yeah.
No, it's my hair. I love my hair.
That's why I said, when I play this game, Attack the Backlog, I expect people in the viewer chat cheering me on because I do not want to be suffering through this.
Either cheering or laughing, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I turned on the ability to clip stuff so that, it's not just Roger that we're all laughing at.
Ha
Ha, ha, ha.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I love you.
Yeah, I just have a warning for anyone
Alright.
who watches me play those types of games. I get jump scared, and I tend to use language when I jump scare. So I'll be like saying dirty words when something comes out and scares the crap out of me. I'll be like, "Oh, beep!" You're gonna have to censor it every time.
Someone's gonna just like go to your
I don't
streams,
like being scared, but
someone's gonna make like a
I
short
still
for
like
you
Resident Evil
of
games.
that. It's just like all the times you curse just really fast. It's just like ah beep boop beep beep beep.
Well, I
Like a
did
bunch
tell
of
everybody
them.
earlier today that because I made a place in Discord to put clips and highlights. So I said if people got Roger's stuff, I'd make a short.
Yeah, I need some shorts for some
Well,
other games.
someone's gonna give you the clip from Resident Evil 9.
Yeah.
I already did.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
I got that one in a DM.
Oh, really? That's great. Oh,
You're so
gosh.
funny.
I'm ornery.
That's
All right,
okay.
guys.
It's all good fun. Wait a minute. I
That
ain't
is.
done. I got a
Oh
couple
wait,
things.
Roger has more stuff. My
Just a
bad.
couple small things. Nothing
My
big.
bad.
All right.
So just game stuff announcements. Couple
Okay.
rumors possibly.
Oh, you like rumors?
Yeah.
I like
I mean, I think a lot of these have already been confirmed, like with the ratings board stuff.
okay.
So we'll see. But I'm excited because Devil May Cry 5 is coming to Switch too.
I've never played those games. I gotta try them. Are they any good?
So
How would you rate them?
I've played.
series.
I haven't played like the first
Aw.
2 or 3.
Okay.
I played 4, and I really liked. I did play 5. I think I had it when it was on the PlayStation. They had it on the whatchamacallit, and then I didn't get to play the rest of it. So I was like, "Ooh, now it's coming to Switch too." So I'm like, "Yay!"
Oh, cool.
Like and apparently think it's gonna be physically
nice.
physically. So which is good.
Like that.
And this is not Resident Evil related, but Rocket League. I don't know if anybody plays Rocket League.
I play it
I
occasionally.
thought something about that actually.
It's a fun game.
They're going to because they're playing on Unreal Engine 3.
Yeah.
And apparently they're moving to Unreal Engine 6.
Ooh, that's a big jump.
So
Dang.
eventually, I guess whenever
I started using Unreal Engine with 3 at a camp I did when I was an early teenager, and we made like video game levels and stuff with that. And I got really into it. And I'm
back to backlog. Have a good night. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah.
We'll
Thanks
see
for
you.
joining us.
Yep.
Have a good night. Okay, sorry, Paul. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, I did a camp when I was a teenager, like just with Unreal Engine 3, where we made like an indoor game level and an outdoor game level, and that was so much fun. It's just you got like you were partnered with I think 1 or 2 people, and you would just like build the game levels, and it was so much fun. So I've been messing with Unreal Engine since then, off and on. Haven't used that much of it. 5, I mean, but like, I've tried 5. I missed a lot with 4, and then I missed a little bit with 5, and I kind of drifted off
5
that.
a lot.
Yeah, 5's cool.
I really liked 5.
They have a lot of cool stuff in Unreal Engine 5 you can mess with, and it's just a fun thing to mess around with. But like, I gotta try 6.
Then there's I wouldn't say it's a rumor, maybe, but Sonic Frontiers getting a Switch 2 edition.
I saw that one too. Yeah.
Like a definitive edition, but only so far they've only announced that I've seen it up for Switch 2.
Okay.
So, and that's supposedly it's supposed to happen June 23rd.
Okay.
For $50, and it's physical, and it's physically.
Is there an upgrade pack for it as well, or
I don't know.
Okay.
They haven't said.
Because
I would imagine.
The original.
I'm just like I said, it's a rumor. I'm just saying that
it's a rumor. Okay.
They haven't really announced it, but
yeah,
Sega's been doing good stuff on Switch too. So
yeah.
And of course, Paul and I playing Subnautica 2. We've got an update coming up, 1.2 edition.
What are they adding?
So they're going to be adding HUD signals.
Okay.
Base builder tools.
Like that.
Pin recipe system.
Okay.
And then they're having more planned editions. They're gonna have voice chat.
Oh, I like that.
They're gonna have emotes.
Love that.
Player trading, so we don't have to
yes.
dump something out, put it in the bin, and the other bit. Yeah, so now
Yeah,
we'll be able to
helpful.
trade if someone needs something
Great.
between player and player, which would be cool.
Don't have to go all the way to find one of those what are they called, the storage bin.
And this was like, thank you, Lord. Revive a player.
Yes, we needed that so much.
So having to go
all the
way back to the base, and then all the way back to where you died.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
A couple times.
And of course, they're gonna have more customizations for your character.
Love it.
And then they have future updates, which will be the expanded world.
Yeah.
With new biomes, new creatures, new resources, new tools, new vehicles.
Yes.
Or vehicle.
Add the submarine from the original, the big one.
And of course, more stories for the next chapter of the story.
Yeah.
So those are cool things happening. But that's really all it.
Love it.
And I got wind of, so.
The big thing is the reviving players. That's gonna help so much.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh.
I gotta go all the way back.
Having to go all the way back.
Darn it. Like that is
I read something about markers, but I didn't write it down.
Yeah, you said markers, yeah.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah. So you got it.
Okay. All right. Hate that in this game right now. You try to place some markers somewhere and then it just disappears after
So the markers they just stay there now or after this update? Maybe.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm hoping so.
Yeah, we'll have to test that.
Need to be able to put markers in or remove markers.
I would like to see them add where you can draw or not necessarily draw, but fill out a map of the areas you've explored. That'd be pretty cool.
Map would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll come.
Eventually, yeah. Hopefully.
Do the others two have maps?
I don't know. I never bothered to use them because I went by landmarks from the originals. But
I think that's what I did too, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's been so long.
Yeah. But I love those games.
Okay. So. Yeah. I think that is all the coverage I have.
Yeah.
I spat out.
Okay, I was looking up Alien Isolation to see if I can actually get this on Nintendo.
I have it on my Nintendo. I also have it on Steam, but it's scary.
I guess I'll add this to the wish list, and when it goes on sale, I will try to grab it. Right now, it's $20.
I'll watch that for sure. I love that game. I'll definitely watch it play it if you play it. I'll be there the whole time probably just watching because that game is just watching it is tense.
I'll be like, no.
Yeah, it's scary.
That's okay. I'll pass.
I think the worst of it is because the stupid thing chases you sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole point.
The xenomorph's not the only thing you have to worry about.
Hi, I'm an alien. I'm just going to stand here and not attack you.
Right, but I'm saying that's what's going to make you unnerved.
There's other things that'll scare you in that game too, not just the alien.
It's not because the... Oh, I know. I'm reading.
Oh, you're reading about it. Well,
I'm reading what I'm getting myself into.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait until you play it.
Heck no. I gotta try. I'm one of those. I have to amp myself up in order to play those guys.
Oh, okay. By all means, amp yourself up then, so you can play it. I want to watch you play it.
But I do like science fiction, so
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm fine with that.
I love just the universe they built with those movies. Just everything is weirdly analog almost. It's just so odd. Same reason I like the Dune universe. Those are such cool ideas. So weird. I love it. I love weird sci-fi stuff.
Making a Michael Myers. Oh, he's a kitty. I'm shocked Draco hasn't come in here, guys. He's usually...
Surprised Jack hasn't jumped up here today.
Popped up here sometimes. Well, I am looking for those DMs, Chris. Because I know
Kirby has a better story than Dune.
That's funny.
I saw that.
I mean, I haven't seen what happens after the in Doom Messiah. I haven't read or seen that because I did
notice.
Oh, go ahead.
I was not the only one to roast you a little bit. The chat did.
Yeah, I expected it, but probably they haven't played the game. So
everyone backed off a little bit though, because it
Yeah.
was so personal for you, and
Yeah.
I definitely didn't go out either way I planned on it.
Most people haven't played those games though
Um,
because they didn't sell as well.
I wonder why.
Because the gameplay is not great, but I like the story. The gameplay is
All right.
probably. Not
well,
many people play those.
as I was called out on the Nintendo Bot podcast for not playing terrible games, I do have a hard time playing a game that didn't review well, especially when there's not a
Reviews
lot
don't-
of people playing it.
So
I
don't
try not
trust
to
a
listen
lot of
to reviews.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't always listen to reviews, but for example, Sandstorm said Quest 64. That was a game that literally just every time you went into
that was a bad
Blockbuster
game.
was available.
Hmm.
It was never not available to rent.
I wonder why.
But that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So I don't always listen to reviews. I do pay attention to what everybody's playing and whether they're playing it or not. Now, that's not always the case on every game. I will play some games that other people won't play. It just depends on what it's about and if I'm reading it and I say, okay, this is something I'll get into.
Okay.
That's not always the case.
So here's my
with every game.
philosophy with looking at game reviews. Because I like to play games on stream now, I do not, and I've been this way before that I started YouTube, but like, I don't look at people's reviews until after I've played the game. Because
I don't pay attention to a lot of the reviews out now because I think they are super console biased.
Yes.
I noticed a lot of the
Mhm.
Nintendo games are getting low reviews and crap games are getting high reviews.
Yeah.
So I've not been watching reviews for the past 5-6
I
years.
don't watch any reviews if I haven't played the game.
Yeah. But back in the day when, you could rent them and you could see what everybody was playing and you had the magazines coming out and stuff.
Yeah.
You had some legit
Good
content and you had
days.
some legit information
internet.
there, whether you realized it or
internet.
not.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but like,
no
I
internet.
like to. The reason I don't isn't because I don't trust the reviews. It's because I want to form my own opinion of the game without any outside influence. So
And that's
watch
what
it.
back in the day was more or less about.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have the outside influence in that sense that
Mhm.
you get now. You've got everybody telling you what you should be doing, how you should look, how you should talk, all that crap with the internet because TikTok and YouTube has told people they're special and their opinion matters more than it really does.
Yeah, people's egos
And that
are out of
includes
control.
this. This is fun. I love doing it, but I'm not going to take it so personal that I tell somebody not to play something just because I didn't play it.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't play it doesn't mean you won't enjoy it and vice versa.
Mhm.
There's going to be the difference of personalities, and that's what a lot of people aren't taking into consideration when they try to say, well, because you didn't play it, your opinion means this. Well, no, if I didn't play it, it's because it's not a game I get into.
I would say personally, like, if you didn't play it, I don't judge games that I haven't played at all.
Yeah.
I don't compare them to things. I don't judge them. I don't do any of that because I haven't played them. I will only judge a game if I've at least completed the story.
But I will never say, regardless of any Pokemon game, just based off of Pokemon in general, that a Pokemon game outdoes a Zelda storyline.
Oh,
It'll never be an opinion I share.
Well,
and
Agree.
and it's not to be personal. It's not to be whatever.
That's
Like I
judging a
said,
game you
I've
haven't played,
played
though.
the majority of, and yeah, I'm gonna judge that game based off of its category
but you haven't completed
of what
it.
it plays. No, I haven't
we weren't
completed it.
yeah,
I'm never
but,
going
like,
to complete it.
Yeah.
Well, I take that back. I told Pokemon fan in chat, she plays a Zelda game all the way through, I'll finish Mystery Dungeons.
Hasn't played a Zelda game all the way through.
I don't know.
Really? That's interesting.
But I know she has a eclectic taste of what she likes.
Because I feel like if you're going
And
to
I
judge
have
a
a
game, you
taste
gotta at
of
least
what I
complete the
like.
story. That's how I look at
You know how long it took me to
And-
complete Tears of the Kingdom?
Complete the story, then you can judge it. That's how I feel.
Not until after the Switch 2 version came out.
Well, my question
Then now
is,
you
see,
can
here's
judge
my thing. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, I've got hundreds of hours in both of them. It took me
Same.
longer than it should have to beat them because
Mhm.
you get lost in the details of doing them. I don't necessarily get lost in the details of, and I like playing Legends EA. I like playing Arceus. I don't get lost in the details of them to the point of I can't finish task
Yeah.
I'm on. Now,
That's
Pocopia
the
is
gameplay,
another
though.
story. Everybody knows I've got more than 340 hours in
All the
Pocopia.
stuff you
Because
mentioned
you
so
get
far is
started
gameplay.
with all of that stuff, and I'm just like, poof. And it
Yeah.
has been forever since a game other than Zelda got me that interested in it.
Mm.
To where I start on it and I've got hours into it before I realize, hey,
I feel
time's passed.
basically like you're more in tune with like gameplay of games than story to me. It was what I'm taking from this. For me. It's
No.
what you've said through this podcast makes me think you're more like you're like the gameplay. You like the exploration and stuff of games.
I do love exploration.
So I think that that's what hooks you to games rather than the story. I feel that way from what you've said so far today, which is fine.
Depends on the
That's
game.
fine.
It honestly depends on the game.
Yeah. If you don't like the gameplay, you're not going to play it. I can play games I don't like the gameplay of, but love the story.
Yeah.
I don't
if
feel
I
like that's you.
don't, yeah, it has to have both, or I'm not going to touch it.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
deal with the
Not gonna lie.
gameplay if it has a good story.
If it has terrible gameplay and a story,
well,
I'm not going to do it.
I wouldn't say Mission has terrible gameplay. I would say it has gameplay is not for me. But I know people who delight that kind of gameplay. I just no. I like the story though, so I play it. So I love the story.
Yeah.
But I feel like for you have to have.
I will nitpick something to death when it irritates me, and those games irritate me.
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
why.
how I am with Breath of the Wild. Not just the Kingdom of Breath of the Wild. I have a lot of nitpicks that just both with story and gameplay that just don't sit with me right, and I'm probably not gonna ever play through Breath of the Wild again because it makes me.
Oh, I'm not done playing Breath of the Wild, and I've beaten it.
I will play.
I think
I've got so much to do in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I love Tears of the Kingdom.
And I own it on every system it's came out in.
Yeah.
So I have it on Wii U.
I have it on Wii U.
I have it on Wii U.
Switch, and I have the Switch 2 version. But I'm not playing it.
I have Switch.
The only problem with the Wii U version is you can't get the DLC.
Yeah.
In Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. I love.
You sure about that?
Some of the.
I thought I had it.
DLC stuff.
I could have swore I had it. I could be wrong, but.
Yeah, the bike is cool.
Now you're gonna make me go back.
The bike was awesome.
Yeah.
I used to love going up the highest cliffs and just flying off the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, that
with
was
the bike, and then just.
I just enjoyed that it not only had a different storyline than the other Zeldas to some degree. It also had the difference in the playability, especially I know everyone hates the weapons breaking, but it made me try weapons that I wasn't originally comfortable with that I wouldn't have done before. So, because I have all the amiibo cards and the amiibos.
Here he is.
I don't worry about it. If they break, they break. You just get them again.
There's the other one.
Some of them are just special.
It is frustrating that the Master Sword takes forever to charge back up, though.
I don't think that should have done that.
I don't think that should have been a thing either.
Yeah.
But
that's my screen.
Start saying it's a dust. It's a duster.
For me, it's just the story was for me lackluster compared to other Zelda games, and I'm like.
I still have to beat the sword trials in Breath of the Wild, though. That's one of the few things I've not done.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked the breaking weapons thing. At first, I did like when I first played. I was like,
it was first frustrating.
Yeah, but then eventually you're like, okay. Yeah. I'm like, all right.
Okay. For me, it was the other way around. I tried all the weapons, but then like I started to notice they break, and it was like over time it just got more and more. I liked it less and less. So for me, it was the reverse of that.
Knew you'd show
first,
up.
And
I
actually, and then it was like, no, I can't.
I enjoy the fact that they added the Zelda notes. I know a lot of people kind of complained about that, but I like that I can add certain weapons to that, and if I've got an abundance of them or whatever, share them with whoever's on my list, and vice versa. I can find weapons that I wouldn't even probably thought to put together.
Oh my god, I never used the trading thing. That was
I love it
with a couple people. I was like, oh, that's so cool. And they're like, yeah, I'll send you the drink. I'm like, all right. I was like, that's so cool.
The only thing
Nah.
that got me was a couple of groups I was in on Facebook I did that with, and they're like, cool, let's do this. So you'd share your code on Facebook on that group, and those assholes would have it locked.
Yeah.
So it was like it was a one-way street. I was like,
For me, like the thing speaking of like trading stuff and like sending things to other players and stuff, that's making me miss the tingle bottles more from the Wind Waker HD game. Man, I love the tingle bottles, and I want those back if they ever put those back in Wind Waker somehow.
now see, that's the thing. Tingle irritates the crap out of me. He's like the one salesman that the Beetle, whatever his name is. He's irritating. I never liked.
So the tingle bottles, other than the name, have nothing to do with them. They're ways to send like messages to other players on Wind Waker HD, and those were so much fun because you like draw images and write notes to other people and send them. Send them in a tingle bottle and they'd appear in other people's games.
Tingle notes.
Yeah, they were awesome. I loved just sending notes to other players and having them find them and see them pop up.
I didn't do that as often.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
I was being a girl when Wind Waker and stuff came out. Not a lot of people my age, women-wise, were into gaming.
Oh, gaming.
They were into clubbing, and I was not.
Yeah, no, I'm not either.
So I didn't have a lot of female friends back in the day. Still don't, actually. I've got a very small group. And if it wasn't for, our gaming community, I wouldn't have a lot of girlfriends to talk, games with. The gaming community the past year has given me people I can talk to who get me a little better, which has been awesome because it really sucks when you're, all your girlfriends are talking about makeup and hair and name brands this and that, and I'm sitting here going, okay.
Good for you.
And, my makeup runs out of expiration time before it ever gets used. I bet I haven't bought a can of hairspray in like 5 years because my hair either holds the curl that's in it or it don't. I used to be the girl in high school that would do her hair, do her makeup every day, and then I became a vet tech in 2003, and I quit wearing makeup for the most part. What little you all have seen me wear it on podcasts or streams is about the most I've wore it in the past few years. I'm not that kind of girl. I prefer t-shirts, jeans, shorts, flip-flops.
Yeah.
And I'm good to go. I don't own a closet full of expensive clothes or, a ton of shoes to go with every outfit and all that stuff. I would rather be outside getting dirty, working whatever, or hiking or whatnot. If I accidentally get mud on my pants, I got mud on my pants. It'll come clean later or they stain. I don't care. So the best I used to do the past few years is keep my nails done. I ain't even bothered with those lately. I'm just like, whatever. I got a game to play.
Yeah, gaming. Favorite hobby.
But yeah, I'm not the only one. J Biggs likes breaking weapons too, by the way.
I can't stand
but yeah,
it's one thing I hope they change.
I think it's great that we all have a different personality and can bring that together. And I think this community does it pretty good.
I hope they don't take them out completely. I just hope they make like special weapons are the only breakable ones. I would like that. But like having most of the weapons just be totally breakable is like, I don't like that. I like special weapons.
The only thing
makes you think, though. It makes you think.
It does make you think. The only thing that frustrated me with Tears of the Kingdom was at the end he loses Raru's abilities. So then it's like, okay, what's he using now?
Yeah, where's their hand?
Because you go back to what? I mean, obviously, spoiler alert, if you haven't already beat the game, when you're continuing gameplay after, you still have that ability. But, it if you were to continue the story from beating Ganon on and actually continue with what the screenshots and all that stuff show, he technically loses Raru's abilities. So we don't really see what goes from there because all you get is the ending cutscenes beyond your normal gameplay. And I do struggle going from Raru's abilities back to the little
Sheikah
tablet thing that they have. Yeah, the Sheikah Slate.
Chica Slate.
Yeah.
Sometimes I struggle going back and forth between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom because the play is a little different enough that it really messes with the energy flow and the button patterns. But I mean, I can look at each game in their own story and be equally happy. And I loved Breath of the Wild when it came out. It definitely bumped Ocarina of Time off my top 5. And then Tears of the Kingdom made sure it stayed behind the top 5. So I want to see what they're coming out next. I hope it's not a backward system where they, go back a little bit in their visuals and in their gameplay.
Well,
We
he
need
did say that
bigger
they
and
were
better.
done with that world of Breath.
They did say they were done with that
Wild,
world.
So
that's why I'm saying
it's gonna be new. It's gonna be new.
Super curious as to what they're coming up with next.
They
I
did say
hope
they're
they
just
keep
staying
open
in
world.
They did say they're staying with open world. They're just moving from
That's
this
good.
Hyrule to a different Hyrule.
And I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it
I
being
don't
a
have a problem with
completely
open
different
world.
map. I just don't want them to go back on their graphics and it be something kiddie.
So they will probably change the art style most likely if I was a betting man. They will probably change the art
I
style.
expect the art style to change. I just don't want to go back.
New.
To clarify, I don't want to see it go from, and Wind Waker has a good spot in its own, session, whatever. But you went from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask to Wind Waker and then to Twilight Princess. I don't want to see that kind of art design go. I want to see the art design continue to evolve and go forward, not backwards. I know I'm not.
Don't make it realistic.
I'm perfectly fine with a realistic Zelda, honestly. I would love to see it, go past what Final Fantasy is doing because it can. And I would like for it to do it.
It's never been that.
Well, they never brought it to the screen and look at what they're doing now.
Even the Final Fantasy games, they're still kind of cartoony. They're not like
they are kind of
realistic.
cartoony.
So they got a mixture in them, which I would be fine with that. But
they're computer anime.
I don't know if Link could pull that off, considering he doesn't talk.
I think
they can.
The more realistic Zeldas in history.
I mean, I'd be happy with whatever they do
in terms of graphics. Like they just don't age those. Like I think Wind Waker holds up in terms of graphics department better than Twilight Princess.
Still my favorite dungeon. What Legend of Zelda
is what?
Like my favorite dungeon.
Yeah.
It's just
the
Legend
series,
of Zelda.
the dungeons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think the graphics
my favorite until Breath of the Wild. So
more than like Twilight Princess graphics hold up. I think Wind Waker holds up better because the art style,
more stylized art style.
It stays looking,
retains its
it retains like that.
Its art style. So
so it just ages.
It's not
better.
like it was 1980s animation, visuals, and you're like, ooh,
we're like,
shell shaded look.
Yeah,
still carries on regardless because it looks so good.
Well,
where's Joycey when I need her?
Oh, I think Joycey originally on that with Twilight Princess aging poorly.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Twilight Princess, but I didn't like the visuals as much.
I'm not talking about Twilight Princess in general. I'm just saying as far as going forward in the art design, it needs to be more. They've had the opportunity with the cartoon stuff, but with the graphics of what these systems are capable of, I think we're hurting ourselves by staying with those kind of graphics.
I think you can do a more stylized graphics, but with a massive world that just because it probably runs better with less realistic graphics. And you just have an even bigger, more expansive, massive world with all this cool dungeons and stuff come back with like the massive dungeons and stuff. I think that would be a step up still. It doesn't have to look like Wind Waker, but it can be more stylized and still like it can make the world bigger because I don't think stylized would take as much of a load on the system as realistic graphics with all these like really high-end realistic stuff. So you could probably do more with a stylized graphics than you could with like a super.
I just
super
want something
realistic.
that's going to be more challenging, and I think if we stick with the older graphics, we're just going through the same challenges.
I don't think challenge has anything to do with graphics.
Oh, it does.
Like in terms of like the challenge of the game. If you're talking about like difficulty,
Yeah,
and
I did like Skyward Sword's animation.
Yeah, I like Skyward Sword.
Going
I like
from Twilight
the-
to Skyward, I'm like, okay, that's a
Yeah.
better stylized
And, you
visual
know,
looking.
I didn't
love
give
that
it enough of a
watercolor.
chance when I first played Skyward Sword. I didn't go all the way through the game originally.
I
I stopped so far because I was like, okay, this is the same crap that we've played before. And it's just, different style. Now we're in the air instead of on the ground. And then I gave it another chance when the HD version came out. And wow, the things I missed the first time around that, I probably would have enjoyed if I'd actually just stuck with it a little bit longer. Um, the
Did you
dungeon
play with the
play, the way they
motions,
went
or did you
through.
play with?
No, I didn't play with motion control.
I have such a
Especially
hard
'cause
time playing that without
yeah.
motion because I'm like my
Mhm.
brain's
I have a
wired
hard
just that
time
way. I'm like, I can't do it with the controller because I'm gonna
yeah.
like I want
When
to
I'm in between
do the
injections and
diagonal swiping, and that
when
was
I'm
the
getting
point of
closer to injection time, my depth perception's off, so doing motion controls is hard.
that makes sense.
So some things I don't do motion controls with ever.
It's just
Um,
Skyward Sword. I like the animations. I don't like the art style of
it,
the
Skyward
it,
Sword.
yeah, I
watercolor art
love the
style.
art style.
I do not like it. It's
Love the
probably
watercolor.
I think it's probably my. Gosh.
My favorite, but great. I still
It
love it.
might be my least favorite of the 3D art styles. Might be. I'm trying to think back if there's any of my ones I like least. I know if that's not my least, it's actually Breath of the Wild art style. I don't like as much either, but I like it more than Skyward Sword's art style. But like,
Well, to be fair, you do
uh,
like Pokemon over Zelda, so that's
no, I
fine.
don't. They're equal, totally equal. I just take my biases out of judging things like that. Like I think lore is better than in Zelda. I think Zelda has better stories than the main games of Pokemon, not the missions, but the main games. Yes, and I think Zelda has better gameplay than most Pokemon games. Some of the mechanics in Pokemon I like a lot, but like the actual like moving around, the animations and gameplay stuff, that part of the gameplay I like more in Zelda, like a lot more. So it just depends on what part we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I buy every Pokemon game that comes out, so it's
I
not
buy
like I
all
don't
those. I
like
buy
them.
all the Zeldas. I buy all the Metroids.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
if I have to have a choice, I'm absolutely 100% biased to Zelda. I've always been a Zelda player, though. That was the first game series that I said, hey, 5, 6 years old when the game came out, however old I was. And the first time I played it, I was like, this is a game. This was a game I really enjoyed playing, got behind. And I enjoyed both the story and the challenge.
I started Zelda when I was 5.
Yeah.
I love
So,
it.
I mean, but I've been
I was
playing it
in high school.
however many years. Roger's been playing it however
The
many
first
years.
one came out.
Yeah.
80.
I was in high school when Pokemon came out, so
88.
Makes sense.
87.
I
I
mean,
don't know. I remember.
I had a good 15 years of Zelda before Pokemon. So I'm always going to be a huge Zelda fan.
I started
That's
them
just a
roughly
given.
Well, I started Zelda. Yeah, well, my 5th. No,
I
maybe it was
played
before
them
that.
old fangled arcade machines before consoles were around.
When did
I played those too.
when did
the
the
roller
Game Boy
rink.
Advance come out?
We used to drive mom nuts wanting quarters every time we went for Burger King or pizza.
Oh, when did the Game Boy Advance come out? Oh, Game Boy Advance.
The the other story system I got into was Fire Emblem. I do struggle with the fact that they don't really tie each Fire Emblem game to the next one. They're all in different island locations or worlds or times.
I like that.
So I struggle with that sometimes with the story. But
Do they try to connect them
for
still,
me,
or are they all
no,
one contained story in each one?
they're all their own story, more or
Their own
less.
contained
I mean, with
story,
the
yeah.
exception
that.
of like, Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, that's one of the few that they've actually connected.
Okay. So I
And
like the story.
I know it's not as Path of Radiance was a huge thing. It still is. As far as even collections goes, you can't hardly get one. But I know Radiant Dawn as a sequel, you know, everybody thought it was a flop. For me, that was a really good storyline, though. I like how they tied things together and had the two different storylines come together. Um, but that's me. You know, again, I know I'm not going to agree with everybody else out there. But those two games were my biggest favorite as far as character play development and all of that. And they were what got me started in the series. I didn't know what Fire Emblem was until I played Path of Radiance. And
The
now I'm
first one was
super
on the
hooked.
3DS.
Yeah. Well, actually I think the first one was on the Nintendo, but it was Japan only.
Yeah.
And I mean, they did finally
called?
release the storylines to us. I've got it on one of the systems, but I didn't. It wasn't a
What?
system I would have, or a story I would have normally
Like
got
crying.
into if an ex hadn't got me started and explained it a little bit, and then kind of had me watching him play, and then I started playing. And it's one of those games that until you try it and kind of get involved in it, you don't really get into it. And because I was like, anytime I've passed it up on a shelf, I was just like, this don't look like it's for me. Because I do not like waiting for my turn on things. I'm not one of those
I
kind of.
don't really like turn-based games.
Yeah, I'm not a turn-based for the most part.
I like
Pokemon.
action.
Pokemon's trying to get out of that, and I love that they're going from turn-based to, you know, like ZA, where you can move around and do more and act at the same time the other one's hitting you and stuff. That's genius on Pokemon's part. I hope they continue it going into Winds and Waves. I'm going to be frustrated if we go back.
Is it taking like
open world and action based?
So
Pokemon.
I heard that
like
they
Arceus.
are based on. Well, I heard. I said based on the older, like when Legends Arceus first came out, it took them a while to like add like certain things to like the main games. Like they added some of the stuff from Legends Arceus and like the main games after that, but like then you had to wait till like maybe like 2 games after before that starts like going into the main game. So I assume with ZA it'll probably be like some of the more stuff will be from like some of the stuff in there will be in Winds of Waves. I don't know if the action combat would. That might be in like Gen 11 when that comes in. I don't know. That's my guess, but like they'll probably have like hints of it and like a type of action combat in there for like certain areas maybe. But that's my best
I think
guess.
they're going to be foolish if they don't keep it going forward somehow. I really do.
It's just I
know that's the one thing people have really praised about the Pokemon game with the ZA stuff. You know, they're like, oh, this is flat, that's flat. You can't go in these doors like you can, you know, other Pokemon games. But everybody seems to love the gameplay. So
that's how it was with Legends Arceus with the catching, but they didn't implement that until late. Like they didn't implement that until like where you just throw Pokeballs and stuff. They did not implement.
Not gonna lie. Until you actually said something about Arceus the first time we brought it up, I never heard anyone complain about Arceus. I had every guy that I was working with was playing it right there with me.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. And people love Arceus, but like
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They didn't add the like catching mechanic from Arceus into Scarlet and Violet.
Well, it's because that was a history thing. That was why.
I like the gameplay of Arceus
area. Yeah.
I like being able to like move around during the fight instead of like just being in a stationary position.
Right.
That's not necessarily a history thing because it happens in other things like shows and stuff. So and like the mechanic of just being able to throw a Pokeball and catch something without battling it, that's not in Scarlet and Violet like the way
because it's not the same area. Yeah.
That doesn't matter in Pokemon. If you know Pokemon, it happens in other places, but like, it's not like in the games implemented yet. Well, I'm saying, like, I've heard dozens of people. I watched so many Pokemon podcasts, but like, yeah, it's people wanted them to add that into Scarlet and Violet when that was coming out, and like they basically too late in development to like.
Yeah, you know, they had Scarlet and Violet done by the time Arceus came out. Exactly, they were just getting bugs out.
Yeah, and when ZA came out, I believe this is like in Winds of Waves is like entering like final part. It's been in development for a while. So I don't think they're going to add that into Winds and Waves because it would already be in like middle to late development when Legends ZA came out.
We'll see.
They
I
wouldn't
just
have time
know
to
that,
add.
they didn't take and stop, Scarlet and Violet from coming out. They rushed it forward actually because
Yeah.
everybody was getting bored.
Yeah,
They
and
were waiting. They were tired
I feel like because it's been in development since like, gosh, it's a few
for a
years
while.
now. Yeah, so I don't think it's going to be in wins and waves if I was a betting guy. I think it's more likely for Gen 11 or like another Legends game.
Then I might
Before
not buy both of them. I
I'm
might
buying
just buy
both.
one.
Yeah,
You
I'm buying
think
both.
this new Pokemon game is from ground up for Switch 2, or do you think it
Yes.
started on Switch 1?
I think it's
No, I
ground up
think
for
it's ground up for
yeah,
Switch
ground
2.
up. Yeah, definitely ground up.
I mean, we know ZA was supposed to have been a Switch 1 game, and I think they held off for Switch 2 to come out, which is why they
And
revamped a few things.
I think because Nintendo had to apologize for Scarlet and Violet, I think like, okay, you're making this next game for Switch 2. You're gonna make it look good. You're gonna make it play good, and you're gonna do it right
But
this
it's
time.
funny. I didn't have the problem with Scarlet and Violet that everybody else seemed to complain about.
Yeah, I didn't
really
get any
did.
glitches as other people did. I got like 1 or 2 major ones at the start of the game, but like
And
after that,
played
I got
enough.
nothing. I played that game several hundred hours, so like I'm like well into it. But like I didn't really get that as many glitches as I assume people were just looking for them, maybe just to be funny, and then that caught like a lot of people because I played it normally and didn't find it.
But that's where I also take each game to their own, and I enjoy it for what it is, and I don't always expect it to be what it wasn't. But because they have showed us what they can do with ZA, it'll be a super disappointment if they don't bring that fighting style going forward. Because that'll be like going back to Scarlet and Violet or Sword and Shield, in my opinion. And what's the point in going backwards on that?
If they add stuff that like and expand on stuff they had in older games, like the Battle Frontier stuff that they used to do, where it's like these massive different kinds of battles they used to do in like Emerald and Platinum. They had these Battle Frontiers that had different kinds of battle mechanics and ways to battle, but they were in the in-game stuff. But they just do that in the main game, that'd be great. Like it doesn't have to be like action combat, but it could be different kinds of other kinds of combat, like they did in Emerald and Platinum, and that'd be cool as well. If they can't get the action combat in, maybe get some of that other stuff in they had a long time ago that they stopped doing. That was pretty cool. I think if they can't get that in time, then that's what I would recommend them do. Because I don't know if they could get that in if they're already like halfway to more than halfway done with development. And then ZA comes out and like, oh, people are liking this, but we don't really have time to put in the game. Put in the Battle Frontier stuff for like a post-game thing. That'd be cool. I would like that. Yeah. That would help, I think, if they can't get the action combat in time. Because they would have to redo probably a lot of stuff for the action combat to get it in. They would have to redo a lot of stuff.
We don't know that. We don't know what's in development.
It's been in development.
Oh.
But I'm saying we don't know what they've developed. You've made a statement without knowing.
Based on like Terra Leak stuff, they've had it in development for a few years before ZA came out. So I'm pretty sure
they had ZA in development before, Scarlet and Violet came out.
They had to see how people react to it first before they rush in new stuff that just came out and like rush to implement it. And that's what I'm trying to say. They could. I'm not saying they won't have the action combat. I'm saying they probably will, based on like how they develop games and how we've seen them develop games based on leaks and stuff that I follow from like
that's why I don't follow leaks.
Yeah, I follow for game development stuff, nothing more. Just so I know. That's why I can get my expectations right when a game is coming out.
What if your expectations are wrong?
Well, then I'm pleasantly surprised.
Or disappointed.
I doubt I'll be disappointed because I'm not expecting like action combat. So I wouldn't be disappointed if it doesn't have it.
Oh, I'm expecting they shouldn't have brought that kind of, thing forward if they're not going to make it go forward.
Well, they might. They have to see how people react to it. Then they can put it in a later game. But that wasn't in development yet. That's how they kind of do things. They wait to see how people react to like. That's what the Legends games basically have been.
I thought that's what game tests were for.
Well, they're using Legends games like test like experimental and like really new like stuff for them, so they can put it in future games. But they have to see how people react to them first, and then they'll put them in the future games. And from this praise that they're getting, I think that's going to be in Gen 11 for sure. Like I think that's a lock for Gen 11. For Gen 10, I don't know. I would assume because it's been in development for a while that it'll be turn-based with a few maybe hints in post-game of action combat, maybe, or something like action combat. That's my expectation. So if they have it, I'm happy, very, very happy. If they don't, which I'm not expecting them to have it in the whole game. I'm good. I like both combat systems, so either way,
All right.
I'm happy.
Well, I think that's it for tonight. We've got people saying their good nights and their goodbyes.
Yep.
And we'll be here next week, guys. And we'll catch you then. There are some questions going out here in a couple of days about Sunday streams. What kind of multiplayer games do you all want to see? Keep in mind, I only have certain games and will only stream certain games as far as that goes. I don't own Xbox, and there's very few PC games that I have that are multiplayer. But I want to make sure that they are multiplayer in the point that whoever wants to join can join. I don't want anyone feeling like they can't join. So drop those in comments. You can either DM me or put them in the journal info or under, whatever your favorite console is on my Discord. And we'll see what we can do about those. And there was another question and we forgot what it was.
Real quick about Batman that you just mentioned. I'll probably put a poll in my Discord just to see like who has like different. I have a bunch of multiplayer games like that, like party games. So I'll just put a bunch of them and see who has what as well, just so we can judge like how many people have these games.
I know Fall Guys has seemed to be a huge hit. Obviously, Mario Kart World, Mario Party on the occasion. So want to make sure all those are getting hit. And if need be, then if it's something that y'all really want to play and I don't have it, we'll probably, kind of split viewer streams a little bit here and there. Just so that, Paul's running his, you all have got those. He can run, Halo for y'all who wants to play Halo while, me and Roger are probably doing Mario Kart World or Mario Party or something. Or even
if you're doing Mario Kart World, I'm playing.
Switch Sports,
Yeah, but if you're doing
let's
Mario Party,
let's get some Switch Sports going, guys. We've some bowling and stuff. But if y'all see it, want to play it, let me know. If it's something we've got, we'll definitely see what we can do. But otherwise, catch y'all tomorrow on streams. Enjoy your night.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night.